Okay, so what? Sorry, what is the total?
15.
15 damage.
Yeah.
Well, technically, he would have ran past me first, so I think my damage goes first. So 13 to hit for 11 points of
Point of order. Point of order. I
slashing.
rolled
Point of order.
faster than Paul.
Point of order.
Point of order. Point of order. So I possibly
Point of
killed
order.
him.
Point of
11
order.
points of damage.
Order point. Points.
When last we left our intrepid adventurers. After a typical night of sparring at the quarry on the western edge of Cordis, the bard Sterling Miles received a strange missive from a mysterious Carruthers who asked for an audience to discuss a business proposition. With several of the quarry combatants in tow, including the monk Lucius, the druid Valfire Dustwood, and the wizard Roar Embermane, the party attempted to descend the canyon known as Deep Crack via the lift. However, danger struck as the cables began to snap. The party sprung into action and rescued the helpless villagers just as the lift plummeted to the bottom of Deep Crack. After the incident, the party learned the house they intended to visit had been abandoned for some time. Additionally, Marshal Lavella Moorstrider urged the party to stay nearby so she could ask them questions. And after some inquiries about the mysterious Carruthers at the Flounder Pounder, they learned a famous dragonborn by the name of Sidonius had been asking about the same person. And a few moments later, lo and behold, Sidonius himself arrived at the Flounder Pounder and approached the party. And that is where we'll pick up. You see this ancient green dragonborn, weathered in appearance, leathery skin, scales having been worn from a brilliant green down to a dull sort of forest green color over the years, dressed in finery, in quite impeccable robes, but perhaps several seasons out of fashion, and bearing a large cane with a giant dragon claw holding a large pearl, tapping into the Flounder Pounder, sort of slowly making his way through the crowd, occasionally pausing very patiently for several seconds to wait for one of the passersby to kind of make their way across his field of view and his walking path, and continuing on before he approaches you all and says, "Greetings. Please forgive the intrusion. Am I to understand you are the group that rescued those poor folk during the incident at the lift earlier this evening?"
Well, yeah, that was us.
Bro,
You look fantastic.
Yeah, bro. Man, we did it.
Look at these clothes. They're amazing. Wow, you have great taste, great style.
I thank you. I must confess the opportunity is rare, in which I choose to leave my domicile, but I do hope that these robes are appropriate for the situation. The situation, of course, being that I confess I am in need of individuals like yourselves, courageous and selfless, those willing not only to act, but to act in the interest of the people, those with the ability to persevere in the most difficult of times without losing their sense of self. I believe you may be the ones I seek.
No. I said there's a party over there. A dwarf, an elf. It looks like a cleric, perhaps a furbolg.
Yeah, man. There's like a wizard with them too, man.
They look mighty powerful. We're just fighters.
Yeah, and we already sort of got asked for help, and then that was a whole ruse. So how do we know you actually need our help?
I dare say there is no way, in fact, for me to prove, but I trust my reputation here in Cordis precedes my arrival. I am known as Sidonius. I am Well, I hate to tout my own characteristics, but I am noted in this town as one of the original founders and someone who helped to build the city itself after the terrible incident of pending judgment and the rift that bisected the city.
Well, perhaps we should sit down and talk some more. We have questions, and if you can answer some of them, perhaps we can be of assistance.
There is. Go ahead.
What? You don't have time for a drink?
There is, as you say, much to discuss, and I would invite you to my home. My domicile is just there. And he points kind of outside the window, and you can see a large on the fourth tier of Deep Crack, one level above the bottom of the canyon. He points to a large 3-story structure, a beautiful manor carved into the mountainside and overlooking the lake and the Flounder Pounder.
I say, before we go, what do you know of this name? We've been searching for someone with the same name. Smiles. Well, you read the notes.
Carruthers.
Is that a name we should
Yes.
talk about in public or no?
That is a name that I know much and very little at the same time. You should come with me if you'd be so kind. And
Before
I
we do,
can
are
explain
you
much.
Carruthers? Are you Carruthers? And I would like to.
I dare say I am not Carruthers.
I'd like to
I
insight check.
am Sidonius. I have introduced myself. Let's see. I think it was either Valfire or maybe Hror who made a history, or maybe it was I don't remember now. One of you made a history check about Sidonius in the last session, towards the end of the last session.
Well, I have a 4. I have a 6 for insight check. I think he's telling the truth. I was just trying to suss. Valfire was trying to suss out if he went by different names.
Okay, go ahead and make a. You roll insight. Yeah, you can't. I mean, he doesn't seem to be. You don't detect any obfuscation on his part. He seems to be on the up and up with you. And I think one of you had made a history check about
It was me. It was me of 18. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and you recall that Sidonius is in fact a fixture here in Cordis. He is widely known but seldom seen as one of the founders of the city, so to speak, having personally funded many of the great works, including the lift and several other sort of public works in Cordis. Sidonius himself having made his money after a storied career adventuring throughout the Broken Waste and points beyond. This dragonborn is definitely known to you.
All of us, or just Smiles?
Well, Smiles would know. He's probably been here the longest in Cordis. The rest of you can roll a history check, but he can choose to relate that information as well.
Well, hey guys, I'll tell you, I've heard of this guy. 3.
I rolled a 21, so I assume I did hear of him as well.
Yeah, I mean, not having been here for super long, you've kind of gathered still the same level of information.
Yeah, man, like, this guy, I've been here, like, maybe a day or two, but, like, I totally understand who this guy is, man. Totally important.
Okay, there's Sidonius. I think we'll go with you, but no funny business, okay?
I would no fun. Those who know me know I am not particularly known for my humorous side of things. I tend to be very serious and very brusque, some might say, and well, perhaps we can speak more en route to my domicile.
Let's do it.
All right, so we make way.
Okay. You follow him out of the Flounder Pounder and head towards the southern end. You're already kind of at the southern end of Deep Crack, but you can see kind of embedded, carved into the wall is a very grand staircase that looks almost camouflaged from an odd perspective. But when you kind of come up to it, you see that there is a grand sort of spiral staircase that goes up the stone to the 4th tier right in front of his house, so it gives him easy egress, kind of in and out of his neck of the woods. So as you make your way up, he's huffing and puffing and panting, and you can see his breath kind of coming out in great heaves in the moonlight as he makes his way up to the top of the staircase, and it brings you into his home, which you can see inside is a parlor of sorts, a foyer rather, with again some relatively fancy but perhaps several generations out of date furniture. So things are definitely sort of older here in terms of style. A lot of the furniture, you look into a library on the left and a parlor on the right from the foyer, and you see a lot of the furniture is covered in sheets. So it looks like there's a lot of traffic in this part of the house. And he leads you down a long hallway into a small sitting room that is small but cozy. It's well carpeted, reasonably well lit. There's a hearth that's aglow, and he bids you to sit. And there are several couches and armchairs, which he takes one of them by the fire and bids you sit with him.
Sidonico, man, this house is pretty flush, man. It's pretty nice, man. You've done pretty well for yourself. I love it, man.
Yes, the spoils of former days of adventuring. I think much like yourselves, I would venture to guess.
Well, man, me as a monk, man, I don't really care about, all these niceties, but, I appreciate them when I'm around them, man. You know how it is.
Indeed I do. There is much that we forsake when we are adventuring on the road, and it is only later in life that perhaps we may get to enjoy some of the comforts that this lifestyle eventually affords us, yes?
Oh, yeah, man. So, Sidonius, man, were you like a boxer, man? Or did you, use magic? Or, were you into, blades and stuff, man? How'd you roll, man?
He kind of settles back in his chair a bit, and you can tell he's a little bit walled off in terms of his demeanor. He doesn't want to go into too much detail, but he raises a clawed finger and points above the fireplace, and you can see hanging over the mantle is a sheathed, a magnificent greatsword, one that is carved intricately with draconic runes and symbols of dragons. As a matter of fact, the pommel is the giant silvery dragon maw that is kind of yawning open with a large pearl inside of its mouth. And all up and down, and the crossbar, the hilt itself is of the hilt is actually a set of dragon wings that are kind of splayed out, and the scabbard, which is all you kind of see at this point, has woven draconic or a woven silver dragon with the tail kind of swooping all the way around the scabbard, and the head kind of enclosing on the tip of the sword, the tip of the sword.
All right.
I'm not a thief. That is sweet. Yeah.
All right, man. That's a pretty nice blade, man.
Sidonius, maybe you could tell us now what you know about Calabasas, Carruthers.
Yes, of course. This weather we're having. Oh, by the gods, it's everywhere. Clearly, I'm no good at small talk. So yes, we should get down. To business.
You are as dense as pending judgment is high, my friend.
I understand you speak somewhat in riddles. Perhaps that suits you with the mysterious cloak and all. But to business at hand, I work for an organization that seeks to do what is right in the world. We seek out evil before it can take root and exterminate it at the source. We are proactive, but we stay in the shadows and absolve ourselves from the interests of general society, which we work so hard to protect. we do what we must by any means necessary. I have taken an interest in your handiwork at the lift, and perhaps more importantly, my patron has, and she has asked to entreat with you on a mission of perhaps grave importance. We have yet to determine this, but perhaps you can. I, however, have advised caution, and I would advise a trial task to prove your worth, paid, of course. And should you complete this task, you might perhaps earn our trust and be introduced to the patron of our order, who may have more lucrative work for you to pursue in further endeavors.
Is it a bunch of dragonborn like yourself trying to pull the strings in the world there, bud?
I regret to inform you, my friend, that I am possibly the only dragonborn member of our small gathering.
Oh, okay. All right. Now we're talking.
But you
But
did.
as I've said, we think beyond the petty squabbles in the broken waste, the conflict between the Neo-Imperialists and the resistance to that is what you were referring to, I believe. We pay no mind. It is beneath the interests in which we work.
I've heard of them before. I say to Rory, the Obsidian Ring. They're bandits. These must be one of those folks. That's my guess.
Oh, okay.
We are not the Obsidian Ring, I can tell you this much truly.
What do you know of
Petty
the Obsidian?
thieves and
What do you know of
extortionists.
what do you know of the Obsidian Ring? I'm looking for context there, for my own reasons.
I know much about the Obsidian Ring, and our group tends to work at odds with them at times, but perhaps we can find a way to earn each other's trust before we divulge too much information. I have much that I wish to learn from you as well.
Well, a good way to get started would be to tell us what you know about this Carruthers.
We did hear you were asking around about him at the Flounder Pounder there.
And we have a
That
score
is-
to settle if he was involved with us falling from that height. Me and my clan
what was-
don't take when we fell from the lift.
Well, I jumped,
escort
but
us
you
out.
fell.
Yes.
You climbed, actually, I think. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, man, I was doing some flying, man. But you know, that's just what I do.
Yeah, you could have flown with the rope that we could have jumped onto. That was clearly obvious.
Hey, man, you know, there's a lot of things I could have done, but you know what I did is I did what I did, and that's how I did it, and it's done.
And I'm sure the
That's a true
Dragonborn
statement.
is probably like looking at us mutter amongst ourselves, just like shaking his head.
Yeah.
Just like,
Hey, man, we're like a party who is like forming, and then we're like going through the storming phase right now. At some point, we're gonna norm. And I imagine by the time we hit our stride, we're gonna be performing, man. So like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be good.
I don't play
It's gonna be
music
good.
instruments, you fool. I've told you that already.
Did somebody
unfortunately,
say
I-
music instrument? And I whip out my flute and I'm like,
No.
I can't whistle.
I was listening for it. I couldn't.
Oh my gosh, Tyler, you can't whistle as well?
I can't while I'm laughing.
Oh,
What do you
I
mean
mean-
as well? You guys
I can't whistle. I can't whistle.
I cannot whistle.
As a human, I can't. You can't whistle, Paul?
We're 3 out of 5 can't whistle?
Nope.
I can't whistle.
Wow,
That is...
My brother can. My twin brother can. I can't.
that is remarkable. So Sidonius looks at you all rather quizzically, and says, "What then is your response to my offer? Would you take a paid?
I'm in,
a
man.
paid
Wait, hold on now. There,
No,
was,
man, this guy-
there was one question we had for you. And
Oh,
that's
man.
why we came here.
You
And it's,
guys,
what do
you
you
all
know
got
of
questions,
Calabasas?
man. But like, you know, Calabasas, whatever, man. I'm gonna help this guy because he seems like a good dude.
This Carruthers that you speak of is the name has come to my ears. Several times rumors from our network have surfaced this name in the past, and I have been doing much to discover the source of this of this folly. And I think that the task I have at hand may shed some light on the name itself. Should you be interested in pursuing this?
We will pursue your task. But when this is done, in addition to payment, we want information. Everything that you and your group know about Carruthers.
And perhaps a few other questions.
The group I represent deals primarily in information. It may be bought and sold and used towards the common benefit of all. So, yes, we have an accord. We may exchange information once we can establish trust. And you can, in fact, complete this mission that my patron has indeed summoned before me.
Hey, man, what's the name of your organization, man? Because it's getting pretty sketchy not referring to it by name.
Information that will be revealed in time once we have established trust.
All right, the Harpers. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's move on.
That is the wrong word. This is not the Forgotten Realms. I am not Elminster.
And Bird Person, you do not speak for the group. Remember that. We collaborate.
Man,
this is a democracy, my friend.
I like you, but I speak for people, man. People want to hear what I have to say. It's good. Don't worry about it, man. Just chill.
Lucius,
just chill.
People do want to hear what you have to say.
Hey, Smiles gets it.
And
See?
Valfire, you set such excellent limits and rules for the group.
All right, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
Fantastic.
He doesn't get it. I'm sorry. I forgot. He doesn't get it. He's playing everybody. Okay, cool. Move on.
So they,
Sir,
hey there,
sir.
Sidonius. What do we get to crack some heads here? What's going on?
I can offer you the sum of 500 gold pieces should you undertake this mission. There is a house in East Crack that arouses suspicion from our patron. We think this house may be linked to several nefarious acts that we observed in town as of late. We need someone to investigate it. I would recommend you go at night and return with whatever information you have. I
So
would
this
ask
is
you to
like
please not lead anyone else back here, or let anyone know we are connected.
So, man, this is like the second house someone has told us to go to.
Mhm.
Like, I'm starting to see a bad trend, man.
You have noticed a trend with 2 points of data.
100%
I-
data. 100% of data, man. You know,
I can point to a trend over weeks and weeks that involve the collapse of bridges and the failure of minecarts and the senseless deaths of many that I think we can stop now.
All right.
These were targets that were intended. This house is not.
So
For
if
the
you're
for the
concerned,
peace.
So, man, do you have like a chart or like, like some type of like pie graph or something to show us to help me with this data? Because my data says 100% houses bad.
A pie graph is a terrible data visualization.
Oh,
It
man.
is impossible to understand the ratios of the
No,
slices of
you
the pie.
have never...
Everyone looks at the numbers anyway. You might as well just use a table.
Listen,
Why don't people just use tables?
everyone loves pie, man. This is the problem. You don't understand. Pie charts are gorgeous. They're just beautiful, man.
Lucius, could I ask you a question? Because you're a really smart guy.
No, Eric Coker people love pie charts, man. It is canon. We love pie
What is a pie chart? What is a pie chart?
the Aarakocras are known bankers. It must be something to do with where they store their monies.
That's right.
Okay,
man.
that makes sense. I get
yeah.
that.
I know not. I grew up in the woods, but I'm suspecting that.
Can we eat it?
I
Smiles.
suspect yes. I think so. They probably
Smiles, man.
exchange money for the pies.
You're so smart, Lucius. Such
They
a
probably
smart guy.
it's probably like an investment thing where they take the money and they invest in pies.
Oh, so you want to
take the
grow the
return.
pie is what you want to do. You don't want to keep a fixed pie. It's a growth situation.
Mm, yes.
See, man, my party gets it. They get it.
Hey Lucius,
Get
I
it?
saw
We're gonna
Lucius,
get
I
it.
saw a rat over there. Looked tasty.
You know,
I'm
man, I'm
gonna-
not
a
that
little
type of
small
bird,
rodent.
man.
I got Roar's gonna pop his owl and go, hey, owl, there's a rat over there. You can go get your food. You can go, fill up there.
Lucius is not a raptor, Paul. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I
Pops
say,
out
I say,
shakes his head and then flops off.
I say to Sidonius, I say, Sidonius, we also don't want to track people back here. We might take a room up at the Flounder Pounder, and we can send word when we get there, and you can meet us there for more information if that feels safer to you.
Whatever you wish. I believe that could be a viable plan.
I think that's just better for us. We
500 gold, and we get to go maybe crack some heads. Yeah, I can do that. Especially if these are the guys that made us fall off that elevator.
Bringing peace to the land? Of course I'm down for that.
If I can send more people to the grave, it sounds good to me.
Our
If they
motivations
deserve it.
are aligned. We're a group.
Very good. There are still many hours left this night. Or perhaps you should choose to wait until tomorrow evening, but I do suggest you go at night as to afford yourself cover of darkness. And I wish you luck. And please bring me whatever information you can find about this matter at hand.
Hey guys, do you think we should try to crash here, or do you want to set out right now?
He
Man,
stands up abruptly and starts ushering you towards it. It was very good having you, and I trust you will have a safe journey. Please be off with yourself.
Lucius is already in the corner, just like making a little nest for the night. Like,
My friend, Sidonius, you seem like an upstanding character. The four of us are not known all that much here in Cordis. Is there a script or something you can provide us if, say, we were stopped by the authorities? Because they do have a militia here. We wouldn't want to get entanglement. Anything of the sort. Or is this a mission that requires stealth and best not to get the authorities involved?
The latter, certainly. I would recommend being as clandestine as possible. There is no protection I can afford you that would not demand inquiry about the group of which I am a part of.
Understood. Fair enough. We'll need
Very good.
600. Well, we'll need 600 gold then.
You have already agreed to 500 gold pieces.
Hey, that was before you were kicking us out and not giving us a place to sleep, and you're just such a nice guy. I'm sure you could afford the 600.
Lucius is walking up the door being like, 500's great, all right, thank you. And he like walk.
Perfect.
The Aarakocra does in fact speak for you all. Now, have
You know,
yourselves...
he does speak a lot. And he's so gifted at speaking, but 600's
He's ushering you
the
out
number.
After saying this, and he's kind of
Fine,
like pushing
fine.
you out. He's like, very good, very good. Have a nice night. And shuts the door.
All right, I think he agreed to 600.
We
That
can
sounds
negotiate
about
that
right.
later. We can
Yeah.
negotiate that later once we have the information.
All right, they're off to East Crack.
Once we have the information, I think we can negotiate 1,000, maybe 2.
All right.
You know, guys, I just want to say, I think this is a beginning of a beautiful friendship, man. I just want to say, I want to take this moment. And he puts his hand on two of you and his wings around all four of you. And he's just like, I just want to say it, man. I love this. I love this. I just met
will
you.
dodge as quickly as possible underneath him.
Look, he's trying to get out. He's trying to get out.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm a halfling, so I have halfling like small size. I can move easily. Can I get advantage
Alright.
on this check?
I'll give you advantage, yeah.
Halfling nimbless. You can move through space of any other creature that is a size larger than you.
Sure, I'll give you advantage on it.
So I'm doing
What is-
acrobatics or just a dex.
Dexterity saving throw.
Versus my what?
No, he's just making a saving throw against
Oh,
your
okay.
trying to wrap.
My
your
hug.
wings around.
19.
19. All right, yeah. I'll say you dodge out of it pretty nimbly.
I gaze into Lucius's eyes lovingly, and I say, Lucius, this is exactly what we needed for this.
Yeah. And Lucius looks at you and just does like the face off, thing across your face.
I smile glowingly back, even though it's super uncomfortable. But I'm really just taking it in like it's a cultural thing that
That's
I
right.
should
That's right.
be, even though it's got nothing to do with Aarakocra.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I don't know that. I don't know that, and so I am really like
Yeah.
deeply, experiencing it.
Yeah.
Like it's very special.
Rory's just looking at you and asks, "You think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship with that guy?"
Oh
Hey,
yes.
man. Hey
Oh
man,
yes.
motley of crews, man. Motley of crews, man. That's what we say up in the sky.
While
Motley
Fire's
of
looking around,
crews.
can you just tell me what we're seeing, Raj, out in the street now? I know it's late, but what does it
Yeah.
look like? Moon's up. We're at the lower section. Is it lantern lights? Like, what's the vibe outside now?
Yeah, so you've been ushered outside of Sidonius's house, and on the street, sort of like a rather wide thoroughfare, on this fourth tier within this particular part of the neighborhood, you don't see a ton of sky above you. It's sort of like a little sliver of sky as you look out from the bottom of the canyon. But it's a bright night. There is a full moon, and you can see plenty of stars above you. Within Deep Crack itself, all sort of up and down, you can see various pinpricks of light lighting up some of the structures. It's pretty late in the evening at this point, well after midnight, and you can see a flurry of activity still going on at the Flounder Pounder below you, with the torchlight from the Flounder Pounder kind of rippling over the surface of the lake, and you can still hear the rush of water from the waterfall pouring down into the lake below. And as you look down the streets, you can see very little foot traffic. The occasional shadowy figure kind of like flits across, goes darting into a structure within the side of the canyon, but it looks relatively empty around here.
Final question: do we know, given the time of day, and we know that this whole city zigzags, and to get up levels takes time without the lifts or whatever, to get to where we're supposed to go check out, do we have an estimated time of travel for that?
It would, yeah, to get into East Crack where he described that where the house was, it would probably take you about an hour and a half to get there.
Okay. I'm gonna pop Owl out and go, "Hey, just do me a favor and do some loops around us. We're gonna head to East Crack, and if you see anybody following us, come let us know, yeah?"
I will do so. I will do so. Thank you for this opportunity to serve once again.
Yeah, I hope you're just, it's not too full, from all the other meals. So yeah, go for it.
I don't eat. All right. So as you have Owl make a perception check.
I would love to. I've got his stats up here. It's terrific. It's an 8 plus 1, 9.
9. Okay. All right. As you make your way towards the top of
Oh, it's 11. Sorry, it's an 11. Yeah.
11. Okay. So as you make your way to the top of the canyon, through the various mazes and twists and turns of ladders and staircases and ropes that you have to climb to get back to the top, the lift, of course, proving the fastest way to go up and down, but obviously out of commission at this point. You make your way to the top of the canyon and cross over one of the arched stone bridges that spans Deep Crack, and cross over to East Crack. This part of the city is more sort of residential here, and so the neighborhood is very quiet. You can see near the canyon itself are larger houses, all made of stone, and they are somewhat grander in appearance. But as you make your way further east, the houses start to get smaller and a little bit farther apart. And you can see there are a few dilapidated structures here and there, and you seem to be making your way sort of away from the bulk of the population and the wealth of Cordis and towards the outskirts. You go travel down a heavily rotted wooden plank road.
One point of order. When I felt like we were in a spot that I could do it, I would have cast Pass Without a Trace. And then the point have we seen any guards or anything like patrols at this point through our journey here?
Yeah, so you can go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace. Go ahead and make a perception check on guards.
Just 11.
11. Okay. You notice one or two patrols sort of closer to Deep Crack itself, but you don't really see much in the way of activity. You get the sense that a lot of the Stone Wardens, the sort of police force here in Cordis, have been drawn to the disaster at the lift, and so there's a lot that remains sort of unpatrolled as a result.
Understood. Okay. Great.
So yeah, you cast Pass Without Trace on yourselves. As you're approaching the house, you know that it's going to be like 1 or 2 streets over. Are you all trying to move stealthily towards it? What is your approach here?
I say we don't know what we're gonna find here. People could be watching. People could be watching us from our journey. Let's duck behind this house and then see if we can creep around back and such.
All right.
It's
Okay.
late.
As
State of the shadows.
As we creep, I'm like, guys, brother, man, I can totally just fly, right? So I can do like a sneak into the roof or something like that. Like, you want me to do that?
Well, then you'd be alone, and I really like it when we're together.
Oh, I'll send Owl. He doesn't mind.
So
That's
Owl
good.
actually returns as you're kind of approaching the house and says, Roar, I have not found anyone of particular interest or noticed anyone or anything that's been following you.
Oh, terrific. Would you mind going forward? Well, can we point him out to the house and just let us know if it's abandoned like the last one?
Yes, I would love to do so for you, Roar.
That'd
And
be
he
great.
starts slapping.
Lucius like just winks at him and just goes, finger guns him.
All right. So a short time later, Owl returns and says, I did notice a light inside. No windows in this stone structure. Excuse me. There were some windows. The rooms themselves look dark. There was a light, though, by the front door.
Oh, okay. Was there anything other than the front door? Was there a chimney hatch to go through?
No chimney.
Okay. Well, what do you say, guys? We go knock on the front door?
Yeah, man, I'm sure that this is gonna go totally smooth. Like, knock on the front door, get the information. It's totally gonna be chill.
I still have mage armor.
Third
on,
person,
nice,
you
okay.
go first.
Hey, I'd love to. And he starts walking, like, very non-stealthily towards the front door.
Like
Okay.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah.
I
I say.
I'll follow a bit behind him.
What,
Well, certainly
what are we investigating?
smell them
We're just
before they hear him.
investigating generally.
Yeah, investigating the house. Yeah.
Smiles loves going in the back.
All right. How about I just love activity and life and peace and people getting together and being together. Perhaps I should go to the front door, and you guys should sneak in the back.
Hey, Smiles, man, brother, man. I am definitely the most charismatic of the group. I can
You are
definitely
so charismatic.
handle it, brother, man. So let me just get in there. But I'm gonna talk some sky stuff, talk some surfer stuff. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool.
Well, then maybe we go together, and so I can learn from you.
Oh, I love it. And he grabs your hand, and we start walking together.
Fantastic.
I'll find try to hide along an alleyway or something along the side.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check. And
I'm just
what are
gonna
you
be
two
like
doing?
the. I'm behind them like the parent, and when Halloween trick or treating, where they send the kids up to the door and the parents are
over.
just waiting in the back.
Got it. So, Roar, you're waiting behind. Valfire, you are hiding in an alley, while Smiles and Lucius are hand in hand walking towards the front door.
Yeah.
All right, you approach the front door. As you approach the house, you can see that it is a dilapidated stone domicile, slightly larger than some of the other structures that you've seen in this area, but in the same sort of disrepair. True to Owl's word, there is a light actually coming from underneath the front door, and you notice that the house itself is kind of built against a rocky outcropping and it looks like the sides of the house have started sort of like crumbling along the edges. So imagine this giant boulder along which the back of the house kind of sits. So there's no real sort of back of the house, but you can see on the sides that there are two darkened windows that show up on either both the left and the right side.
Okay, so Lucius knocks on the door, and goes, East Crack librarians, we're here to collect the books you are overdue. Please come to the door, please, brother man, please. That's
All right, go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh boy.
With disadvantage.
Well, with a negative
no
3,
in Cordis.
with a negative 3 deception, I rolled a 20 and a 4. Minus 3 is a 1.
Okay. You introduce yourself as the East Crack librarian, for which there is no library in Cordis, and you wait a moment, a few more moments, nothing happens, no one seems to come to the door.
I follow up and I say, once again, this is the Library Foundation Society of East Crack. We do need your response in order to start a library.
Go ahead and make another deception check.
I
with
will.
Triple disadvantage? No, just disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
I feel like that's advantage.
That was a great.
That was a good pivot.
Pivot.
All right, well, it's 21 with disadvantage, so boom.
Okay.
Boom.
Not bad.
It's like
Not
the most and least charismatic person at the door.
Yeah.
You wait a few moments, still no one approaches the door.
I'm gonna walk up and try the door handle. Like,
Okay.
just genuinely try it.
Yeah, you try the door handle. It opens.
It explodes.
Almost a little too suddenly as you pull on the door, and light starts to spill out into the night.
I yell in, I say, we really do need to talk to you about the foundation.
There is no response from this house.
We're going to come inside and inspect the foundation just to make sure it's secure. We're trying to build a new library, and this foundation might be the place to do it.
Holy crap! With this, these empty houses.
After the door opens, Lucius just puts his hands back and goes,
Can I? As they're making so much noise, Raj. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
I was gonna say, he's gonna be like, bros. This might be a crime scene. As the chief detective of the crew, I'm gonna go ahead and lead my way in and check out the crime scene. And he pulls out a pipe and lights it. And you all know that ain't tobacco. But he takes the pipe. All right, I'm ready to investigate.
His pupils dilate. I can see it all. After making all that noise, since I'm outside hiding, I'm just looking around other buildings for any movement, anything that might be happening away from the door, given their sounds. Although they're probably muffled a bit, given the pass without trace helps with some of that. But I'm just looking around.
Make perception.
Make perception. Dot.
And Valfire thinks to himself, well, if they die, I guess I could find a new group of guys to hang out with. It's fine.
What did you roll
21.
on perception? 21. Okay. You don't see any motion of any kind around the area. There doesn't seem to be. It seems the group has not seemed to attract any attention.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. That's what I was focused on.
All right, so I'd like to investigate the lit room. What do I see in this lit room?
Well, as you open the door fully and step inside, you see a very modestly furnished foyer. There is a single sort of lantern hanging on the wall opposite the door. There's a threadbare rug on the floor, a design of which has long since worn away, but was once probably some halfway decent agglomeration of red and gold threads. And there are 2 doors leading to the left and to the right from this foyer.
What were the items again? The specific furniture you called out?
I called out no furniture.
So the decor.
It's just a rug, a threadbare rug on the floor, and a lantern hanging on the wall opposite the door, and then 2 doors left and right.
Lucius, in full Aarakocra Sherlock Holmes mode, rolls a 7 to investigate the room.
Okay.
He thinks
You
a
don't.
crime has happened, but he's not sure why.
No, you don't really pick up signs of anything. The clues are there. You just need a little more time to piece them together, and then suddenly it'll become clear. You've done this before. Your mind is slowly expanding. Clues are slowly starting to take form. There's a narrative here, Lucius. There for you to find.
Dudes, it's so close. I'm so close, dudes. Just give me a minute.
I'd like to check the left
I've heard
door.
this before in the barracks. Yeah, I'm gonna go in the right door. I've heard this. In
I'm
the
gonna
barracks.
check the
I'm
left
walking
door for traps.
away. Yeah, I'm not gonna check mine for traps.
Okay, so Rory, you're going in the right door.
Correct.
Smiles, you're checking the left door for traps. All right, go ahead and make investigation. Smiles, Roar, as you go to the door on the right, you
Rush,
open the
real
door.
quick, just from a point of order. At this point, I've made my way to the entrance of the house, but I haven't gone in, just in case something happens.
Oh,
Okay,
that's a 5 on investigation.
The door does not appear to be trapped to you. Roar, as you open the door to the right, you see in the room beyond, it's pitch black, so whatever light is illuminating this room is coming from the foyer that you are in. You see a simple dining area with a very simple wooden table and 4 very simple wooden chairs. Now in the broken waste in general, anything of wood is of extremely high value, so it's not completely unremarkable that there are very simple things here. But the fact that there's like a full wooden set of furniture here is probably a little bit interesting to you.
What do people normally in the Broken Waste use for table dining sets? If not wood?
So they might carve something out of stone, or they might find random pieces of like driftwood here and there that they would like kind of cobble together into a table. But like carved wood is something that's like very.
What if sort of like sitting on the floor on carpets or something like that, right? Like there are cultures that didn't use chairs at some point, right?
Could be some of that, yeah, exactly.
I light my lantern and I open the door on the left.
Okay, you light your lantern. You open the door on the left, and as you open the door, the room suddenly is. Oh, and also, Roar, actually, you see a window leading out to the eastern wall. Through the eastern wall, this window is boarded up, but you can kind of see through the boards to see outside. Smiles, as you open the left door, you notice that you're in a larder of sorts. There are barrels and baskets filled with goods, foodstuffs. You see a crate full of potatoes. You see a barrel full of fish, like in water. You see several leafy greens kind of popping out the top of another basket. It looks like a full-on larder here.
I slam the door and I say, nope, 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 nope. And I go the other way, right into the right door.
Okay. As you slam the door with a resounding bang, you leave, you dart across the foyer right past Lucius's face. Feathers go flying off of him. You push past Malfire, and you are standing right behind Roar. You kind of like come up to him, and Roar, like you kind of get bumped from behind.
Hey,
as,
what's there? What's going on?
Immediately.
Nothing to see over there. Nothing to see at all. Let's just go check out this spot. Nothing to see over there. Let's look in here.
Okay.
What's in here? What's this stuff? What's this? And I just start going over the furniture and I pick it up. I'm like, oh, look, it's a chair. That's nice. That's nice. And there's the table.
Why is Smiles acting like he's acting?
Lucius is
mean?
like, he's got the
he
pipe and
invited-
he's like, sounds like something's in the left door, man.
Oh, no, we don't need to go over there. I'll stay here. I'll stand watch. You guys can check it out if you like.
In this sitting room, this little dining area, there's also a door that leads to the left, so against the northern wall, basically.
Yeah, we'll go on that door. Yeah, from in our room
Wait,
to the right.
Smiles. What did you? And I'll walk into the main foyer. I'll go, Smiles. What did you see in that room? We're here for clues. And I take out a. I see that.
Lucius walks into that
is
room.
it writing?
Yeah.
Is it writing anything
There you
down? And I take out a pad of paper and say, "We're here for clues. What did you see?" I
There's
wrote down.
nothing-
I
there's-
wrote down carpet and wooden chair. What else is there?
Man,
there
there's
was
like
there was
totally a
food and
lantern right
nightmares.
there.
Food and nightmares in that room.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lucius
boy.
walks into the room, at this point, fully under the influence of his Aarakocra investigation weed.
Okay.
Um,
This is the room on the left you're walking into?
the one that he ran away from. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You open the door on the left and you see a larder, essentially, full of crates, barrels, baskets full of vegetable goods, dried goods, a barrel of fish. It looks like a typical larder.
Yeah. He just like walking through, but like walking through like as he's like walking through, touching things like, hey man, like as he goes through, just like
Please take a fish. Just please take a
Yeah.
fish. Just
and he like
feed me to
looks
the
in and is
bird.
like, ooh, fish. And he just like takes one.
Don't we
Just
pull the
like-
bones out and it's just the skeleton, right?
Just
Tom and Jerry
see it
style,
going
yeah,
down
yeah.
sideways.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You take a fit. It is you were feeling you were starting to feel a little peckish, and so this kind of hits the spot. Sardine style fish that you just drop into your gullet. Make an investigation check with disadvantage.
Oh,
I say to Smiles, "Oh man, Lucius has got the munchies again. Remember what happened last time at the arena? He ate half the larder.
17.
Prefer not to remember
17.
that time.
All right.
Remember the bird droppings that happened all over the arena after?
And I point down at my shoe, which is stained in guano, and I say, I wouldn't forget if I could.
All right.
I could see why
so-
you shut the door so quickly.
So with a 17 investigation, Lucius, it still hasn't crystallized yet. The mystery is slowly unfolding. You're on the cusp, but there is something
what is
striking
it?
about this room.
Something about
The,
this room.
the relative, disrepair of this house, but a fully stocked larder. Something seems incongruent here. There's definitely more of a story to follow in subsequent rooms.
Roar, get in here, man. Get in here, man. This room is like bugging me out, man.
Well, sure, okay,
It's
I'll
like-
get in there.
Like
Yeah,
there's
no, we need to get
it's-
out of that room and away from it.
No, don't listen to Smiles. It's like something's off, man. Can't you see it? He like grabs him by the face, like, can't you see it, man? Something is off in this room, man.
Yeah, the room is off, and I open the door on the left from the further away room
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
as
Roar,
I
what
yell
do
as
you
I
think?
yell over them to leave the pantry.
Mhm.
Yeah. Roar, are you doing anything in the larder?
I'm hanging out in the larder. I'm gonna start casting detect magic, just kind of muttering to myself. Taking
Okay. As a ritual, you're casting
as a ritual. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
One,
cool.
all right, one point of order. Valfire will go to the front door and close it. And from his pouch, he'll start muttering the words of cantrips and starts drawing water out of his cantina and throws it around the doors. And then using shaped water will then freeze it to freeze the door frame in to lock the front door.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So as you draw the water out of your skin, you fold it into the cracks of the door and cause it to freeze. And you think the door itself has kind of been jammed in there pretty tightly.
Just a quick side note. I want to give a moment of appreciation for the soundtrack that Raj is playing for this investigation scene.
Pretty goofy. Pretty
It's
goofy.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
Royalty free.
yeah, but it's like the last song was definitely like a total like PI
Investigation, yeah.
sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys continue through the house, Smiles, you open the door on the north wall from the dining room, and with your lantern illuminating the area, you enter a rather large room. The wall to the far, it's you kind of enter in the southeast corner of the room, and it spreads out, elongates to the left, essentially a good like 20-30 feet, occupying essentially the entire rear of the house. The wall opposite you, directly opposite you, maybe about like 10-15 feet, maybe 20 feet away, is crumbled, and it looks like part of the wall of the boulder is actually exposed into the house. So the house looks like it's in pretty serious disrepair. All around this room, you can see the trappings of a reasonable life here. There are chairs set up, overstuffed chairs with little side tables. There's a small sort of bookcase with no books on it. You can see a bed in the far corner, and there is another door on the eastern wall, so all the way down to your left. Go ahead and make a perception check for me as you enter this room.
Perception. 15.
15. So as you kind of open the door and look upon the room before you, Valfire's at the front door, Lucius is in the larder, and Hror is also in the larder. You start to hear these whispers in your mind, not really out of your head, but it starts to sound like the cacophony of several people all kind of whispering incoherent mutterings all at the same time.
So what do you do?
Yeah, so I can't make out any of the whispers. It's just general whispers, but they're inside my head?
Yes, they're definitely inside your head.
Okay, I am going to continue in stealth towards the door on the far left side, taking note of anything else I might see, just trying to keep my eyes open looking for what might be around here.
And Raj,
Okay.
let me know when detect magic pops.
Yeah. So that's 10 minutes, right? So,
yeah.
So as you enter the room, what did you roll on perception?
15.
15. Okay. So as you enter the room, you can see that there is, or here rather, something is moving under the bed, and you can hear like the scritching of some kind of creature or animal on the stone floor, and then behind the rubble, kind of straight ahead of you, or I guess as you're moving to the left, it's kind of on your right now. Within the rubble, you can hear like pebbles and the stone start to shift a little bit.
Okay, so as I hear this and I'm stealthing,
Call for help, call for help,
Oh,
call for
oh,
help,
right,
call for
make a
help.
Make a stealth check. As you're,
Plus 10.
So
Plus 10.
plus 10, so 10 plus 9 is 19.
I imagine the house, it's 30 feet radius, so I don't know how big the house is.
you're probably still within. Well, you might not be.
I'm at the front door.
Yeah. I'll say you're within. It's fine. 19 is fine. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to try to slowly creep back to the door that I came into, and once I'm back through the door into the dining room, I'm gonna say, guys, we're not alone.
Okay.
Get
So
over
as you start creeping your way back to the door, you made it about like 10-15 feet into the room. The stone pile bursts all of a sudden, and rocks and shards of stone go flying everywhere. The bed starts to scrape against the stone floor, and out from underneath you can see a figure appear. Its eyes, a small pale figure with its skin stretched over its face. It is lipless, and it looks like it has these large fangs sticking out of its gummy mouth. And you can see these wide eyes with skin having been peeled back over the eyeballs, and it stares at you with these bloodshot eyes before it kind of lopes forward towards you and starts to attack. We're gonna go ahead and roll for initiative.
Does it
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
me?
it saw you come in the room. Yeah.
Oh, I say before we
We're
roll, I
rolling for
say,
initiative. I said
Yeah.
roll for
He
initiative.
did. He said it. Oh, maybe I rolled well.
oh, 18. I say, hello, friend.
Dun, 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 dun. Love this music. Oh, we got a battle map, baby.
Yeah,
We got a
see?
battle map.
Yeah. We'd see better the first time before you move the camera.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm just trying to straighten it out here. All right. So,
We can't see the bottom now.
oh. So here.
Tilt it down.
Yeah, just move forward. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, okay, I see you.
I
Okay.
don't see it at all.
All right. Cool.
Do you not
So
see
we'll
the
say-
second
Oh, I
zoom?
see. Pin to second screen. Okay, there we go.
So, what's this here? So we'll say, Mr. Smiles, you are over here,
I see. Okay, yeah.
and coming out from under the bed are two, and from behind the rock pile are two of these ravenous-looking creatures that are slavering and staring at you with wide eyes and a vicious sort of look about them. We'll say Lucius was here in the larder, trying to understand the meaning of life.
Or the meaning of the larder.
Yes, along with
Indeed.
our bugbear friend Roar. And Valfire, you are here at the front door,
Lucius,
having
did you roll?
just shut it with your control water cantrip. We're having them open here. All right, so let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
12
Let's
for
go,
me.
12. Okay.
18.
All right, Sterling, what'd you get?
18.
18. And Lucius,
He had a 12, 14, 12?
14.
12.
12. Okay. Valfire,
10.
10. And Roar,
23.
23 for initiative. All right. So let's go ahead and kick this off. All right, Roar, you're going first, but you really have no idea what's going on.
You still have Lucius in your face being like, man, what's this room doing, man? Something's
Did
off.
I hear it? Did I hear something? I mean, I have a passive perception of
Can
8.
I yell out as a reaction like, help?
Sure. We'll say that you could have yelled out help. Yeah, that's
I
fine.
think it's not a big house, right? Hear
No,
that
no,
and
no.
go,
It's pretty small. I mean, you
Yeah.
haven't seen all of it, but it looks relatively small.
Oh, I wonder what's going on over there. And I will, let's see. Yeah, not knowing any better, I will point and walk toward Smiles and cast message and say, "Oh, hey there, bud. What's going on in there?" You can respond to this message, and I'm gonna make my way to Smiles.
And I respond by saying, we are not alone. They are attacking.
Okay. Oh, something's attacking. Hey, Lucius, let's go punch some guys' faces in.
All right. So you move over through the room, through the larder into the foyer, and you're kind of just at the door after 30 feet, getting to the dining room.
Cool.
And it is one of these creatures
Oh.
is going to leap out and attack you, Lucius.
Smiles.
The
I mean.
one by the window here, or by the
Smiles.
bed, excuse me, is going to go 5, 10, move over here, and attempt to slash at you with its it's going to try to bite you actually. So it leaps up and tries to grab you and just like start gnawing on your person. That is a 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. So you managed to fend off the creature and kind of swat it aside just before it connects. And Smiles, it is your turn.
Oh, yeah. So I am going to turn to this creature and I'm going to suggest to it that the creature fight the enemies that are pursuing us in this house, and when the last one is gone, flee as far as you can go.
That's a big suggestion right there.
So, sorry.
Is
So fight the enemies that are pursuing us in this house and then flee as far as you can?
Yes.
Suggestion is not limited to one word, right?
No,
No, he has a
it's-
couple of sentences.
No, that's
I
command.
think-
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's completely unreasonable. All right, so he's going to make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Correct.
Okay. So what's the DC on this?
15.
15. All right. So it seems to okay, wait, hold on. I got to look up suggestion here for a second. Does the creature have to understand the language that you speak?
I don't. Oh yes, it does have to understand. I didn't
Okay.
think about this.
As you kind of, offer your very enticing offer to it, it stares at you, and you can see its eyes start to go really wide, and it's like, and it continues to like lash out at you. It does not seem to be able to speak common.
Fantastic. Can't speak common. Then futz. That messes with what I was gonna do next. Let's see.
All right, you do have a move action and a bonus
Yeah.
action.
All right, so I will. Yeah, but then I'm gonna take an opportunity attack, right?
If you move outside of its range, yes, you will.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move around the creature to the back, closer to the door on the left.
Okay. Move around. You're going to. Okay, got it. So you'll go 5, 10, 15 over here. Or
Yep.
actually, you can just do it in 10. Yeah, all right. Makes sense. All right. You are there. All right.
And
Anything else?
I am going to. Can I? Other than within 60 feet. Oh, that can hear me. Okay, so I yell out to, as a bonus action, I yell out to, Valfire, and I say, Valfire, you know how to give life and death. It's so fantastic. And bardically inspire Valfire.
Okay. Valfire, you feel inspired by the rousing words being shouted from the bedroom beyond the dining room. And it is
Finally,
the
he gets me. He gets me. I don't know why it took so long. He just gets me.
All right.
He's
And
so
the
good
other
at this.
creature is going to go 5, 10, 15 over here and attempt to lash out at you also. And as it approaches, the aura of shrieks that you hear in your mind start to get louder and louder. And you can hear that the within range of this creature, your ability to perhaps save against certain effects would be at a disadvantage. But it is going to attempt to lash out at you and try to latch on and bite you as hard as it can. And that is a natural 1 on the die.
Does
So
not hit.
It does not hit you. Yeah, thanks. It does not hit. And you continue to fend off these creatures as best you can as they make these wicked strikes against you, but to no avail. All right, it is Lucius's turn.
Lucius hears the yells and goes, oh, man, that's a bummer. And he responds appropriately. Like, he realizes something's up. I can't fly in this house, can I? Is there enough room for me to, like...
You could probably fly like 5 feet over the ground, so it wouldn't be different from walking for you. You actually, the ceiling is about 10 feet high, so you could be like up near the ceiling, so you'd be like...
The reason I'd want
Not
to
in
fly
the
is I get 50 feet versus 35 feet.
Yeah, so you could try to fly. Actually, the doors are only about 6-7 feet tall, so like 5-6 feet tall, right? So you wouldn't be able to like, fly near the top of the ceiling.
That's fine. The point is speed.
Yeah, you could fly. You could fly through the house. You could you could fly without a problem.
Okay. So I would fly all the way into the room. I would try to... Is it 50 feet to get there? How many feet? How close could I get?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'll say Roar is blocking the door, so that's 40, 45, 50. So you would get basically right here with 50 feet of movement.
I would double move then.
Okay. So
I'd fly in
5,
and...
10, 15, 20, 25. So you could get up to them with a double move for sure.
Okay. And
wanna
so
get
then
closer?
I have no more actions. Sorry, I'm not as familiar. Yeah. I don't. I guess I could spend one key point. No, I can't. Well, I can as a bonus action. I'm gonna shove. I'm gonna use my telekinetic shove.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
fly up, and the way it looks is as I'm sprinting, like flying, I like stop, and the wings just like the stopping motion of the wings, like is basically creates this wind, and it blows one of the guys back.
Oh, hell yeah.
So as a bonus action, you can try to telekinetically shove one creature within 30 feet of you. When you do so, the creature must succeed a strength saving throw, DC 13, or be pushed 5 feet back.
Okay. So that creature will make a strength saving throw. All right. That is an 11, so I don't think that succeeds.
No.
Fail.
So they're just pushed back 5 feet, really.
Okay. So as you swoop into the room, you flap your wings once, and this huge gust of air just kind of billows up from the ground, and basically you can see that the tattered rags that this creature is wearing just kind of inflate like a parachute, and he sails backwards and lands, just like slams on against the wall and lands on the bed over there. So you manage to push it away from Smiles for the moment. Very good.
Raj, this is just a generic bonus action I have with no limit. It's not a key point or anything.
No, it's a feat.
Yeah.
Took a feat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's telekinetic shove is a feat. Yeah, you can just do it.
So I can just do it every single turn if I wanted to.
Yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah.
But a monk has a lot of bonus actions tied to its, ability.
Yeah, I was trying to
Yeah.
disambiguate, like, yeah, this doesn't require key points or anything. So, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you just have to watch out for the bonus action economy, but it's a good power. It's a really good power.
Mhm.
All right, and that was Lucius. It is Valfire's turn.
Velfire will go the 50 feet, 25 feet first, and see where that gets me. I can go through Rory's space without any impediment because I'm a smaller size than him.
Nice.
Yep. 25 basically puts you just inside the room there.
Okay. Great. And then I will throw a dart at the creature.
Okay.
So
the
off
one
my
between-
the one,
Yeah.
between. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yeah. How about instead I'm going to do a thorn whip, so I'll just whip the creature.
Ooh.
Okay. Go for it.
11.
Do you
11
want to add
hits.
your inspiration? Oh,
Oh, it hits. Oh, nice to know.
11 hits.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it before.
Yep,
before
it
you had
did.
it.
Yeah.
All right. So 3 points of kind of damage.
Okay.
Piercing
and-
damage, and I'll pull it 10 feet closer to me.
Okay, sounds good. So the rest of you watch as Valfire rushes into the room, extends his hand, and a line of vines kind of intertwined with each other, covered in thorns, lashes out from his hand, wraps around the ankle of the creature, and as he yanks it back, the creature like basically falls flat onto his stomach and gets dragged back like 10 feet before it's able to right himself. And so we'll say Lucius was kind of in the air, so you're able to drag him back 10 feet through his square there, and you pull him back towards you. All right, very good. And at the bottom of the round, the door behind you bursts open, Smiles, and 2 more creatures enter, and you can hear the shrieks and the howls of their whispers in your mind as they pour through and attempt to slash at you, trying to bite you and bring you down. First attack is a 12 to hit.
misses.
All right, and the second attack is a 21 to hit.
Oh, you said they have these fangs.
Yes.
Yeah. So as a reaction, I say, have you never heard of the dentist? Sorry, that was Nicario's voice. I say, hey, you should probably see a dentist.
All right, so is this
with silvery barbs.
silvery bar? All right, so re-rolling the 21 to hit. That is another 21 to hit. Actually, same
Ooh.
roll on the die.
But who do you give advantage to for the next thing?
Yeah, and I give advantage over to I turn to Lucius and I say, That was fantastic what you did with your wings.
All right, Lucius, you now have advantage on your next roll. But in the meantime, Smiles, you take 5 points of piercing damage, and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom. I'm not very smart. Wisdom save. 14.
14. All right. You feel as the bite sinks into your flesh, you feel despair wash over you, and you feel as though, what's the point? Why even continue? But you manage to kind of shrug off the effect, and as the whispers that were kind of penetrating your mind you kind of stave them off. You manage to not succumb to the effect of this creature's bite. All right, and at the top of the round, it is Roar, your turn.
All right. Roar's going to start singing to himself and cast Blade Song, which will give me an extra 10 feet of movement. And
Okay.
I'd like to get in that room, and I'm curious if I can get close enough to 1 in 40 feet.
Yeah, let's find out. All right, so you can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 through Valfire. 30 would put you right next to the one Valfire, just Thorn Whip.
Lovely. Then I will take out my rapier and cast Green Flame Blade and hit it with that if I can.
All right, Green Flame Blade, go for it.
All right, let's see. That is a +7. Oh yeah, that's a 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Yeah, let's go.
26.
Let's go.
Love to see it. That is only 6 points of damage.
6 points of
And-
damage, all right.
Epic,
yeah.
bro. Epic. You sing
Lovely,
your
and
song.
then
You're dancing and you're singing and you're
I
stabbing.
know, right? He's just kind of weaving through this enormous bugbear, and I think as he hits him, the rapier will glow with fire, and it'll come back and burn Rory up a little bit, and he'll take some damage.
Okay.
There's a story of this village where nobody dances, and this magical person comes and they teach everyone the value of dancing.
Well, that
I can
sounds
see you
awful.
doing that one day, Rory. That would be your goal.
Exactly.
Is this
All
still
right.
the greatest film ever made?
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So as you lash out at this creature with your fiery blade, you strike true, and the green flame washes over the creature, and it becomes extremely charred and crisp as the blade slices through. It's definitely very bloodied at this point. And it is its turn.
Mhm.
And now, Rory, as you kind of recover from your blade song, the initial rush of adrenaline, and you're kind of standing there huffing and puffing in front of it, you can start to hear the aura of shrieks in your mind of this constant chattering and whispering at the edge of driving you mad. And it reaches out and attempts to bite you.
Bring
This
it.
is a 9 to hit, which
That
I do not-
misses.
All right, so you bring your blade up and kind of it chomps down on your blade, and as you kind of like wrench it free, like it staggers backwards and snarls at you viciously. All right, Smiles, it's your turn.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I am going to this creature that is engaged with me, one of them, I will viciously mock. And I will say, it appears that you only have one tooth.
All right, so it is going to make a
Mildly
saving
mock.
throw-
Mildly
mock it, yeah. So it's going to make a wisdom saving throw. Is that right?
Wisdom save, yeah.
All right, it rolls a 7, so it does not succeed. So it will have disadvantage on its next attack, and we'll mark
And it will take four points of sarcastic damage.
of sarcastic damage. All right, 4 points of mockery damage. As it attempts to lash out at you, and you kind of distract it from with its next attack with the clever barb. And in the meantime, the other creature that was hurled onto the bed, that was hurled onto the bed by Lucius's telekinetic shove is going to.
I would like to take a bonus action as well.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And I would like to yell out to Rory, that vest looks fantastic on you during this fight.
Oh, this one? Thanks, bud.
And now you're bardically inspired.
Okay.
All right, very good. And then continuing, this creature is going to leap off of the bed and attempt to bring the attack to bear against you once again, Sterling. Mr. Smiles, this is a 20 to hit.
I will. I will say. I couldn't quite hear you. And cast silvery barbs.
Okay, I rolled the exact same thing on the die yet again.
Wow.
So it is still a 20 to hit. That is twice in a row.
And I also turn to let's see, who do I have not knockout? To Lucius. Or wait, no. To Valfire. Valfire, you don't have an inspiration die, right?
I do.
He does,
You
but he doesn't have advantage, and I have advantage.
I
Sorry,
have
no, I don't have
advantage.
advantage. I do not have advantage right now.
Okay, so who's going next on our
Valfire.
Valfire?
Or Lucius,
yeah.
Lucius and then Valfire. Yeah, but yeah, he already has advantage.
All right, so I turn to Valfire and I say, "You can bring the death," and give advantage. And then, okay, so
All right.
now you said this creature's attacking me.
Yeah, so he bites into you for 7 points of piercing damage, and make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom save. Oh, that's a 6.
6. The shrieks and the whispers start to feed into your mind and start to tear away at your mental resolve, and you feel as if your defenses have been completely torn away. All attacks against you are going to have an advantage until the start of its next turn.
Ooh.
And then, sorry, how much damage did you say I took from the attack?
7 points of piercing damage.
7.
Oof.
And it is Lucius's turn, and then Valfire is up after Lucius.
All right, who's the guy with the circle on him right now?
So there's one guy here with a circle. This one
Yeah,
right here.
what is the
one,
circle?
Has disadvantage on its next attack, and then this one is Smiles. All attacks against him have advantage.
From Smiles or Smiles? Oh, so that's Smiles with the circle on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I have advantage on this attack. I'm going to double down on the guy I knocked, I think, to the ground or on the bed.
That one actually leaped back off the bed and attacked Smiles already, so he's next to you. You can go back against him
Yeah.
if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to use my quarterstaff. I'm still kind of like hovering in the air.
Okay.
I have advantage. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Oh my god.
Plus 7, so 10?
10 unfortunately does not hit.
But Mike, you have the inspiration die.
Do I have an inspiration?
No,
die?
no. Valfire and I do.
Oh.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
So I don't have an
All right,
inspiration.
so the attack misses. It's a small creature. As you're hovering in the air, you swing your quarterstaff down, but it manages to duck under the blow, and you hit nothing but air over its head.
Well, I'm going to shove it back out of frustration.
Okay. All right. So it's going to make a strength saving throw.
DC
and
13.
That is a 14. So I believe that does not succeed.
It succeeds, so he does not get
does
shoved.
succeed. Okay. All right. So yeah, it manages to hold its ground. You can see like it kind of puts its arms up and it digs its feet into the ground and it like kind of moves back a few inches. But once the gust of wind ends, it manages to regain its footing.
Bruh, come on, bruh.
All right, Valfire, you're up, and then I'm gonna go.
How far is Smiles from me?
Miles is you're in the door 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet from you.
So I'm gonna try to strike out at Smiles and pull him towards me.
Okay.
So 19 to hit and roll low, 3 points of piercing damage as I pull him away.
All right. So 3 points of piercing damage, Smiles, but you are dragged. How many feet?
10 feet closer to me.
All right. We'll.
I like to angle him. Yeah.
This tiny halfling pulls Smiles.
Yeah.
I imagine
exactly.
Smiles is pretty skinny.
5, 10 feet. So
I
we'll say
think
that
he
he's
feels skinny, right?
Gaunt is the word I'm thinking of.
Gaunt.
gaunt, yeah. So he's here right behind, or between Lucius and the creature that's next to Rory
All right.
over there,
And then I'd like to move 25 feet and get to where he was standing, if I
where
can.
he was standing. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see, and you can move through people's squares. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can be adjacent to all three
All
of
right.
those creatures where he was.
And then Valfire reaches onto his pocket as he rubs on a bear's claw and puts some jerky in his mouth, and then will wild shape into a brown bear.
Whoa. All right. So, all right. First thing we're gonna do is just try to focus, zoom in on the action here.
Helpful.
Useful.
All right, and then see if we can make
Good.
some space for this bear as Valfire suddenly starts to morph into.
I imagine as I'm running, and once I get past, I just morph into the air. Yeah.
Yeah. So as
Violates. Yeah. Good lord.
Well, I'm gonna knock over this chair because that's probably what happened when you turn into a bear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. You are now a giant brown bear in this dilapidated bedroom.
That's it.
Very good. All right, is that it?
And telepathically, I say to Smiles, "Get in the back of the row. You're too pretty to be in front."
Okay. All right. Next up are these two creatures' turns. One of them has disadvantage on its next attack, so it will make that attack with disadvantage against you, Mr. Brown Bear.
Okay.
So that is a 7 to hit, which I don't think will hit.
Nope.
The next attack is just a straight up attack against you from the next creature. And even as a bear, you can hear like the shrieks of these creatures like prying into your mental defenses, slowly
Okay.
kind of piercing around at the edge here. And that is a 6 to hit, so this creature will also miss.
Okay.
All right, and then Roar, top of round 3, your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and swing at the guy right in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
Actually, sorry. Before that, for these guys, forget it. Let's do it. Before that, bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade. Boop, and a new sword is gonna appear in my left hand.
Okay.
Lovely. And we did talk Green Flame Blade. Booming Blade. I can hit with the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right, lovely. Taking an attack with the Shadow Blade and making it a. Actually, I don't have it. Anyway, yeah, just making an attack with that. Going from there.
Okay, go for it.
Lovely. Does a 11 hit?
11 does hit. 11 hits.
All right, thank you. Thank goodness.
All right.
All right, thank God. That was not a great roll, not gonna lie. And then Shadow Blade is 2d8. Lovely. 2d8 plus I had fire damage from before, so 4 points of fire damage.
Yep.
Plus 9 points of psychic damage.
Whoa. What's the
13
total?
points. 13.
13 points total. All right.
Yep.
So the rest of you watch as this mass of writhing shadow just forms a blade in Roar's hand, and as he lashes out, the green fire that had lashed onto him, it was kind of like slowly burning his fur away. Courses through his arm into the blade and adds to the damage as he strikes. The blade basically just passes right through the creature, leaving a streak of green fire lingering over it. And rendering it cut in half. 2 halves of the creature fall to the ground, and it is dead.
Woo!
Let's go!
Chester's dead.
Lovely.
Does the
for a
green?
moment, all of you can kind of hear this aura of shrieks going on in your minds, and it starts to dim a little bit as the volume starts to decrease a tiny bit for when one of these creatures falls. All right.
And then does the green flame blade, when you cast yourself, does it do your damage too?
Not until 5th level. It does damage to an adjacent person, including myself, of my spellcasting ability, and then once you get to level 5, then you start adding d8s to it.
Oh no, but does it do damage to you when you absorb it? Does it do damage to you?
Yes, which I
yeah.
used, and I used absorb elements to have that, but then
Have
I get
that
to
then.
add
Got
I
it.
get to add a d6 of that kind of damage next hit.
Nice.
Lovely.
Cool.
And I don't know if anything's standing directly next to me, but I'm feeling good, singing, humming to myself, holding 2 swords, and I'd like to walk up to the next thing, get adjacent to the next one of these guys.
Okay. All right. So you move. I'll say you can probably get on top of the bed here. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you could probably stand on top of the bed if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah. I got long range. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Do you have reach, Tom?
Well, it's more for opportunity attacks. If they pass within 10 feet, that
see.
counts for me. I can react to that.
Because you're
right.
giant arms.
Because I'm a
Smiles,
because I got
Smiles, your turn.
big
Smiles
arm
turn.
guns.
Smiles turn. Go.
All right, Smiles. I am going to. Nobody's next to me, right?
No one is next to you at the moment, except for a large brown bear that has suddenly appeared in the room.
Fantastic. And there's only 2 creatures remaining, or there are 3?
There are 3.
Oh, delightful. Okay, so I am going to the one that has the magic effect. That one's already been viciously mocked, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
it,
the next
it actually already attacked, and
Yeah, so
you
no
had
longer has
disadvantage
disadvantage.
attack, yeah.
That's okay. We're gonna viciously mock it again, and say, "You're a big dum-dum because you couldn't understand what I said earlier."
All right.
And even though he can't understand me, he feels what I mean.
Yes.
Oh, that's the meanest thing I've ever heard you say there, Smiles.
And this time, he does in fact keep the vicious mockery on him. So yeah, your insult seems to hold. Even though we can't understand the language, the message was still there for sure.
Yeah, and that's 1 point of mockery damage.
And it shows. There's a little tear kind of streaming down its lidless eye, as or maybe that's just the moisture from having overactive tear glands. Hard to tell.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna cast healing word upon myself and say, it's good to love yourself. And I will heal. Do 8 points of healing to myself.
All right, 8 points of healing to yourself. Very good. All right, next up is.
Oh, and then I'm also going to move slightly away from the fray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. So these rabid creatures, one of them, the one that was originally kind of pushed onto the bed and then kind of came off to complete the attack, actually will run past Roar, Valfire, and Lucius in order to continue the attack against Miles. So the 3 of you will get opportunity attacks as it rushes towards him.
Sweet.
Lovely.
Crit.
Nice.
Crit. So what's the
All right,
rules
so
on a
remember for a crit, you max the damage and then roll extra dice on top of the max damage.
So it'd be 8 plus D8 plus 5, right? And then another D8 on top of that.
Yeah.
So 10,
13
15.
plus.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the total?
15.
15 damage?
Yeah.
And with the rest
Well,
of you
technically, he would have ran past me first, so I think my damage goes first. So 13 to hit for 11 points of.
Point of order. I rolled faster than Paul. Point of order. So I possibly killed him.
11 points of damage.
Order points.
All right. You know what? It's dead. You guys go.
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right. The creature.
Paul, you wanted the kill?
As it's running in its like mad sort of ravenous fury, it seems like definitely fixated on Smiles. And like a bear claw, a strike with the staff, and a green glowing sword kind of strike it at the same time, and basically cut into 3 pieces or 4 pieces, and then like they all kind of like flop to the ground awkwardly, and it's gone, leaving it to the turn of Lucius and then Valfire.
Was that the creature that caused the magical effect on me?
Did I lose?
Because that was supposed to last until the end of its next turn, right?
Sorry, I missed what you said.
The creature that has the magical effect on me, has its turn ended yet, or was that this creature?
Yes, yeah, its turn ended, so the attacks do not have advantage against it.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Raj. I move into range of one of the creatures closest to me, and I attack with my quarterstaff. I rolled a 16 to attack.
All right, we'll say that you're flying up above the creature up here, closer to the ceiling. 16 will hit. Yep.
All right, and that will do 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Very good.
And then I'm going to
Nice.
use a key point to do Flurry of Blows,
Okay.
which is new die. 24 to hit.
24
and
hits.
then- And then another 7 damage. So
7 points of damage.
Yeah, so he flies up, hits with a quarterstaff, and then does 2 roundhouse kicks. Boom, boom. Right in the guy's face.
So your first strike with the quarterstaff, you can feel the skull of this creature just kind of split underneath the force of the blow. And the roundhouse kicks are really for show at this point, where you basically like knock the head of the creature right off. It goes splattering against the wall. Actually, we'll say it splatters against the wall with like a sickening kind of thud, and the body and the head of the creature just kind of like fall to the ground very limply. It's gone.
All right.
And Valfire, it is your turn. There is 1 creature left.
I will. I will just bear into him. So Valfire's start with a bite attack, trying to rip its throat out.
All right.
18 to
You're just
hit
gonna have to grin and bear it. All right, 18 will hit. Yep.
for 6 damage, and
6 points of
then
damage.
21 to hit
Also hits.
for 11 points, so 17 points of damage.
Jesus.
Another 11 points of damage. Yeah, basically in the last round here, the rest of you just kind of mop up these creatures as the bear just pounces on it underneath this mass of fur and claws and teeth. You can't even see the creature anymore. All you can just hear are like the grotesque cries and screams of this creature as you hear like the crunch of bone underneath this massive bear. And by the time he gets up, there's nothing but like a sick, wet puddle of flesh there. And that is the end of the combat. And we are going to take a break right here. And let's try to regroup in 10, 15 minutes.
Raj, let's go out to the lobby. Let's go out to the lobby. Let's go out to the lobby. Get ourselves a snack.
So, picking up from where we left off, the party had just defeated a group of very strange creatures that seemed to probe into their psyches as they were exploring this house that Sidonius had asked them to explore, potentially in relation to some of the foul acts that have been going on in the city of Cordis. As you have defeated the last of these creatures, you find yourselves standing in this dilapidated bedroom, searching for what to do next.
Bros, man, what was up with those creatures, man?
Where did they come from?
Yeah, man. What's up, Smiles? Why are you snacking now, man? This is not the opportune time to snack. We just killed some things, man. Did you see me? I took one of its head offs. Right with my foot.
I guess your investigation pipe just I'm not sure why, but it just made me feel so hungry. Just when I was near you when you were investigating, I started getting hungry, and then these guys just jumped out of nowhere, and I was just
paranoid.
hungry. Yeah, they came out of nowhere.
I look around to the party and I go, "Does anyone know what these are? I'm not sure. I've seen these before."
Yeah,
Do
do we have any idea, Raj?
Make an Arcana or a Religion check.
I would love to. That's a 22 for Arcana.
That's
22 for Arcana.
21
And
for
a
religion.
22 for our religion. Yeah.
And 22 and 21 for one for Arcana, one for Religion. All right.
Yep.
Hror, you have heard tell of these creatures, though you've never seen them before, even depicted in a book of lore. Rumors speak of creatures from beyond the astral sea into the deepest reaches of space and time, where the stars shine dimly. Creatures known as Starspawn, the scions and the heralds of dark things exiled to the nether regions of the multiverse. Lucius, you know that these creatures are heralds of the coming of some old, forgotten, impossible evil, something that is so mind-bending and horrific in nature that it was exiled from reality.
Okay. Bros.
And that
go ahead.
and that oftentimes these creatures can be summoned by worshippers of these horrific evils.
Okay. Bros, I'm not going to be an alarmist. Not going to do that to you. Wouldn't be prudent for me to do that to y'all.
This is really bad.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with him. Harari and I are on the same page. I know what these are, man, and it is not good, man. These guys are like harbingers of something evil coming. Like either somebody, even the evil's here or coming, or man, these guys like summon these creatures. Who would do that? Like who lives here? Like
Good questions.
Bros, this is not good, bros. Not good.
Can we rummage around? Did they come from under the bed? Is that where they were? Is there a hole under the bed? Where do they come from?
Go ahead and
one came from the wall where it's crumbled over there.
Oh, okay.
And the other one, he just I heard him under the bed and he just jumped right out.
Okay.
And then you do know that two more came from the door that was on the western wall of this room, right? And as that door is opened, and is revealing darkness behind it. There seems to be another room over there. But go ahead and make an investigation check to examine this room.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Sure.
That's cocked.
Ooh,
good. 21.
21.
All right, 21 for both of you on investigation. As you pour over,
we high five and then search the room in like complete harmony.
Sure.
Yes, exactly. You find you know instinctively. You kind of like high five and break. You know exactly where to look, high and low. You know, under the bed. I'm gonna go look by the chair. You know, you've got this. If somehow magically you've got this this rhythm established.
I call it a 34 belly on 2. Ready?
Yeah. Right, there you go. All right. So as you two continue or begin to explore the room, you find that it is the furnishings are pretty rotten and dilapidated. While the table and chairs seem functional and serviceable outside in the dining area, the bed here, like the frame, is completely rotted through. The mattress is moldy. The blankets are all kind of threadbare and wilting away. Whatever other furniture's in here is like kind of rotted and smell and feels like damp to the touch. But the room has been lived in very recently in a more subtle kind of way. As you look under the bed, you see scraps of food and what look like to be the droppings of this creature, as it seems to have made like a home here in this sort of like cave-like apparatus under the bed. As you go and inspect the pile of rubble, you can see a similar hole kind of carved in the ground there where this creature was just sort of living, and you see like the bones and remnants of its meals and its droppings, kind of in that area. All around the area is
Raj, would you say that the creature where it eats?
I would say that it eats where it but yes.
Fair. I'll nod at Lucius and bring him nod over to the doorway and make our way into the next door in the next room.
Okay. You head over to the next room and you find a bare room here. Stone walls, stone floor, similar in structure to the rest of the house.
This is the room where Valfire is living now. It's the bare room.
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly.
At least I didn't have to make the
Valfire
joke.
living here.
Yeah.
So as you enter this room, the only noticeable feature is this giant cavernous pit that has been carved into the floor, where like the stone floor of the house has been forcibly broken away, and there is a natural stone cavern or tunnel that appears below.
Raj, I can tell you've been playing Tears of the Kingdom.
What's that?
I can tell you've been playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh. Here
Just
and there.
chasm. Just a chasm.
Yes.
Well, I want to explore, but if we can rest up for a minute here and then go take a look, that'd be really helpful.
Yeah, telepathically, I'll say, because I'm still in bear form, I'll go, people need them. I have berries. And I put my big bear claw on Smile's shoulder and I say, I'm sorry about the whip, but you sensitive small people must get out of the way and into the back. It's a quick way to do it. Hopefully that didn't hurt your frail, skinny body. I'm sorry. Smiles.
Aren't you smaller than him?
That's no problem at all. Thank you so much for thinking of me. That was just such a clutch move, and you pulled me right out of danger. Thank you.
Should we come up with a name for that move? Should I call it Smiles in Danger or Smanger? Or like you tell me the code word I should use if I have to pull you out from danger again.
I feel like "get over here" would be a really cool one.
That's used.
No.
That's used. I'm gonna believe that.
I hear what you're saying. No, I don't think that one would work.
Right, a royalty check. Yeah.
Perhaps you use it only when you're in Mortal Kombat.
It's
I don't know.
not
That's
even
right.
it's not even sexual in nature. I think we could use it.
It's pretty good. Yeah, fair.
All right, we'll workshop that, but I do apologize. But I did ask everyone: is anyone injured? I didn't keep track of it.
I had a healing word.
I'm good.
At the end there. I'm okay.
No,
I would love
man.
an arcane recovery, but I'm happy to just push through.
Oh, man, I'm ship shape, man. I'm good. He's like stretching. He's like doing wing stretches. He's like,
And I imagine he's knocking things over with his wings sometimes.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
paying attention. It's
No,
a really
not
tight
sometimes.
space.
not sometimes.
All the time.
Always.
Just-
He's like a
yeah,
bull in a
bird
china
I
shop.
just got bird feathers in my face again. I'm like,
He's like an
Birdman.
Aarakocra in a china
bird
shop.
person, bird person.
I don't have any more spell slots, so yeah, but a short rest isn't gonna help with that.
Tyler, we call that going nuclear. Just be careful with it. That was,
Yeah,
you went full nuke.
Well,
All right.
I did.
it happens.
What you call it? Lucius hovers over the hole.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, bros, man, should I go down there and check it out?
Oh, you know what? I got a buddy who can help with that. Hey, Owl. Hey, Owl. Where were you in that fight, bud? What's going on?
Lucius just rolls his eyes like, oh, this
Yeah.
guy.
I was waiting, good Roar, for you to summon me and direct me to the proper course of action. I was waiting on pins and needles. I did not receive any missive from you, and so
Uh-huh.
I stood by, waiting for your direction.
Well, you can make it up to me. I think that there's going to be some of these. They're star spawn is what I read in a book one time. Maybe down there. You want to go say hello to them and come back up and see what. Just stay safe, but check them out for us.
Does anyone find it weird that Rory is always talking to his bird, like strangely, and we can't hear the bird? You think he's all right?
I'm pretty sure he's crazy. But that's okay. We got to be accepting of people because that's how we make peace.
Bros, man.
I
Bros.
can speak to animals too.
Talking to birds is normal, man. It's normal. It's a sign of sanity, okay? So just chill.
Some people would say that it is normal, but it's more normal when they talk back.
That's true.
I'm
think it might be talking
oblivious to this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Owl
sending all
flies
that.
down into the cavern.
Okay.
He comes
Telepathically,
back
I will
after-
say, do we have enough information? All right, go ahead. Sorry, Raj. Go.
He flies down into the cavern and pops back up and says, that doesn't encounter anything. Or well, actually, make a perception check. Sorry. Make a
I
perception check.
did, and I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty
That's why
20.
I
All
made
right.
this face. Yeah.
All right. And Owl reports that these gruesome creatures that you have seem to have defeated here, I see more of them down below, hiding among the rocks. There seems to be a very large canyon spanned by a natural stone bridge, and there appears to be two of these creatures at the foot of the bridge.
Oh. Well, good work there, bud. Thanks.
You're quite welcome.
I will relay this to everyone. I will first look at them and go, Owl says there's 2 hiding down in front of our bridge down there.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I mean, should we go down there, man?
Do we have enough information about this place?
First off, time out, man. Time out, man. What are we doing here? Some weird dude with a dragon head told us to come to this house and do stuff? Are we supposed to go down this hole? I mean, like, how do we know when we're done?
I
What's
don't know.
going
Does
on?
this seem like it's worth 500 of gold?
I mean, that did, but that hole, I don't, man, I don't know.
Well, we came for the information, not for the fight.
What was the
Except for-
information
Well, I
we
came
came
for the
for?
fight.
I know you came for the fight.
Yeah.
But do we have the information? Is the question at hand.
What information do we need to return for old Sagittarius man?
Star
we need to
spawn
kn-
in this place. Big hole. Not great.
Should we close up the hole before we leave? Because I feel like that's a good thing.
Yeah, what do you got for that?
And he's like, puts up 2 fists. He's like, ooh.
The hole, by the way, is like 20 feet wide.
Right.
And it's basically like a giant cylinder that kind of goes into the earth, like probably about 20, 30 feet down.
So
And is there a way to descend into the hole safely, or it's just like you could fly down and that's it?
I mean, make a perception check.
Perception check. 21.
You don't see any standard means of descent, like no ropes, no ladders, stairs, nothing like that.
You know, I think the decision's made for us because we don't really have a good way to get down that hole as a group. Unless Lucius, you'd like to go by yourself. I would miss your company.
he looks around. He goes.
We have rope.
He goes. I can carry you. I can carry you. You're too fat. But otherwise, we're pretty good, man. I can get us all down there.
We could also just use what's called rope.
Mm,
How far down did we say again? 20 feet?
About 20, 30 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You could also just jump down.
why don't we go back to this dragonborn man thing and let's go see if we've
Sidonius
got
is-
enough information.
You know,
Sidonius is his name.
yeah, Sidonius. I have this feeling that he's gonna say, "Well, that's not a lot of information." He was kind of hard to negotiate with. Like we said, 600 gold, right? And he still seems like he's only gonna give us 500 gold. I think we might need to poke around a
I
little.
think we go and you know he really hasn't offered us that much except for a promise. So let's go back and see if he can follow through with his promise.
Here's the deal. I believe, brothers, that we need to send the small bird, back with a message to Sidonius, saying what we found. But some of us should stay here and make sure none of these creatures get out because they're bad news, brothers.
Oh,
bad
Owl
news.
can't really talk to other people.
But we can write a note. You got paper, papyrus. You got some type of.
Owl can also only go 100 feet.
Well, no, he can go further. I can't communicate with him without outside of 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what do you want? Do you want me to write a quick note and send Owl over to Sidonius?
Yeah, man. And like the note should be like, what do you want us to do? Check a box. You want us to.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got paper. I got lots of paper.
If you give a dragonborn an inch, they will take
Finish.
a nautical sonic boom. Anyway,
Okay.
he can't be trusted. He hasn't proven himself yet.
I'm okay with. You know what? I would love to send Owl with a note and rest up here and just make sure that nobody else comes crawling up in here. So then I get my short rest in. And just Owl can come back and let us know if he's satisfied.
I think this is a fair plan. we give the owl an hour. If it doesn't come back in an hour plus a minute, we head down. In the meantime, we monitor the hole.
I'm in.
Does that sound fair?
I'll write a just scrap of paper. I can't carry much, and just say, found star spawn. Actually, I got to think about this, don't I? Attacked by star spawn. Hole
Stop.
deeper into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Enough info? Question mark. Anything else?
I think we should say. Yeah, that's good. Return. Return good.
Yeah. Return.
Protecting house will return. Should return to you? Question mark. There we go. Yes. Yes. We're protecting the house.
And don't forget, put a Y or an N for him to circle so that it's very clear if we should.
Right. Why? And okay. Yeah. There we go.
And just so we're clear, man, make sure you put our names on there because he might not know it's us. Just make sure he knows it's us.
But how did we even tell him our names when we met him?
He
We did not.
does.
We did.
Let's hope.
Just say
We'd heard some stuff.
the guys that handle the elevator
The
crash.
lift. The heroes of the lift.
The lift operators.
Let's
Yes.
call ourselves the
Yes,
East
lift
Crack
operators.
Crawlers.
East crack
No.
crawlers.
We told you, Lucius, bird person, you don't make up names for us.
Okay, it's signed East crack crawlers, and I'll send the owl out back to the guy's house.
Why-
And
All right.
Kind of
Why
like a
are you
name more
word
like
friends?
the crack.
Keep going.
All right.
Smoking.
Nope.
Stop!
All right.
Stop!
Yep.
Stop!
All right, we
And
got.
owl flies off into
Yep.
the night.
You let me know when I can arcane recovery if possible. Short resting.
Okay.
We're
10
gonna
minutes
short
go
rest.
by.
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes go by.
Nobody else is hurt, right?
I'm not hurt. I'm just trying to. If short rest doesn't recover key points, does it? Anyone know?
It does. Yes.
It does, yeah.
All right.
So we're waiting on it. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Rush.
All right. 30 minutes go by. About 50 minutes into your rest, Owl returns with the note still tied to its leg. As you unravel it, the Y is very plainly circled several times over,
Oh.
urging you to investigate further and go into the hole.
Oh no, the Y was for should we return? Like, is this enough?
Oh, then it would say N.
And okay. Yeah. So I'm real close. I think we're gonna wait to go in. We're almost. I'm so close.
Hey,
Like,
can we go back and say that entering the hole or investigating more incurs an additional 500 gold?
we send Al. I'm not gonna send Al back. Okay.
No. But in the original note, could we have done that?
No.
No.
It's
Too
done.
late.
It's
Too
done.
late.
That's too late now.
All right. It's too.
It's done.
All right, so 10 more minutes go by, and you guys can have completed a short rest if you'd like.
Love it.
And as you recover, you manage to get back whatever abilities, refresh on a short rest, and you're standing there before the hole, and a note encouraging you to descend.
The only thing is
so,
after
sorry.
an hour. Go ahead.
For the short rest, I think this is only going to help me. I'm going to Song of Rest affects myself as well, right? One or more hit dice. One. Okay, so
Whenever you spend hit dice, whenever anyone
Yeah.
spends hit dice, you can roll a d6 and they can add it to the total.
Yeah.
Hit points.
all
for
right,
recovery.
so as we kind of are taking the short rest, I take out my flute and lay down a little melody, and then I say, our journey's been rough and tough, but now our deck's at rest. We'll take some time to heal ourselves and let our wounds be dressed. And and then I'll that's my song of rest.
That
Pretty
is
good.
the jauntiest of tunes.
Yeah,
What
indeed.
instrument does Smiles play?
Oh, Smiles has a flute with him right now, but also plays the bagpipes. Yeah.
Well, I hope
the
you wouldn't be playing
non-stealth
that.
options. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you would not be playing that.
Oh, I'll be playing them quite often once I get some. All right, so now, is there a way to add the Song of Rest into the hit die when I take them, or just add it somehow?
I think you just roll the die and then you
Just
just add
roll
it.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
All
you can
right,
roll the die, and then anyone who spends hit dice can add that number to their hit points.
All right, well, I rolled a 5, and it got me... Oh, wait, yeah, no, I already got to maximum, so I didn't need this song, but...
Okay.
It was fun.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So all right. So now what do you guys do?
You got some
so
of that
I'm
rope
going
there,
to
Velfire?
I'm going to shape change into one of the creatures that we fought. So now I look like the creature.
This is the first time
Okay.
we've seen you do this? Do we know you're a shape changer?
It depends on how long you've known me. So if you know with the Fight Club, if you've been in Fight Club for a while, you've seen me do this from time to time as a little bit of a utility to kind of get my way.
Okay.
Okay. So the rest of you watch as Smiles' form starts to kind of like undulate and wave, his skin growing like plasticky and almost jello-like, and like the form starts to like morph and twist, and suddenly he takes on the appearance of one of these star spawn that assaulted you in the bedroom. That did not sound good.
Hey guys.
Did you say that didn't sound
You're
good?
still all looking really good.
Yeah, I had like some type of like some I don't know, some bad joke. But I couldn't nail it. I couldn't nail it. I was like, so close.
I thought you were going to say some bad ganja, and you thought that's what was fooling your eyes.
Sure.
All right. So you've changed into a star spawn. What do the rest of you do?
Valfire, you got that rope? You got that rope there, bud?
Yes.
Yes.
So your bare form would have ended by this point, right?
Yeah, exactly. My bear form ended, and I would have gone to my pack and just pulled out the 50 feet of rope that I have.
Okay.
We need to secure it to something.
The rope.
Mm-hmm. All right. Tied to something, yeah?
I'll
Okay.
tie it to this bed frame. I'm sure it will hold. Right, Raj?
You can find something easily to tie the rope to. There's like a little outcropping of rock that jutting from the floor that seems to be or from the cavern itself that seems to be a good holding spot.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm ready for another little bout. I'll climb
All right.
down.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll jump.
And
I'll
I'll-
jump
and
ahead of him.
Yeah, you're jumping ahead. Go for it. And I'm gonna tell Owl, hey, Owl, go ahead and fly in there. Let me, give me a little heads up which direction they're
Yeah.
hiding.
Lucius will also kind of fly down kind of first and kind of hover over the spot where the rope lands to make sure that nothing's going to assault these guys when they get down.
Okay.
I like that.
And
So
I'll be on alert, so I'll do a perception maybe? I don't know.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll perception if you're trying to stay on alert, and have a roll one for Owl as well.
15.
What'd you roll?
15.
15. Okay.
Natural 20 for a 23.
All right, 23. So the two birds descend and both notice that there are in fact two of these creatures hiding among the rocks. So the tunnel itself, as it goes lower, kind of opens up into a small chamber. There's a short tunnel that leads out from the side of this chamber, and you can see just beyond like the curve of this short tunnel, there is there's a large cavern that just sort of opens up, and the floor just drops like, all of a sudden. But there is this natural stone bridge that seems to crawl slowly over to the other side. And at the base of the bridge on the near side, your side, you see that there are two creatures kind of hiding among the rocks there.
Telepathically,
Ooh.
Owl, I'm gonna ask. I want to. Well, I'll wait to get down there, but the plan is to have him harry one of them so that I can hurl a fire bolt at the one being harried.
Okay.
Just to be clear, it's completely dark down here.
It is pitch
So-
black down there. Yeah,
But we can
actually,
see them.
so technically, both of you should roll with disadvantage. But
Does the owl have night vision or no? But I
The
guess
owl
it wouldn't
does.
matter.
I rolled a
okay, Yeah, well,
rolled
still,
the
it would have
exact
been it would have been at a pretty significant
Long
distance, right?
distance. Okay.
Yeah.
But I
So it would've
imagine the
been-
owl the first time could have flown. But I
So it would've
imagine the
been-
owl the first time could have flown, around
I
towards
rolled
that.
a 17 and a 20, so it was a dirty 20 minimum.
I think that's fine. Yeah. So maybe Lucius didn't quite notice it, but Owl certainly did.
No, Lucius on disadvantage rolled 2 12s, so that would be a set 15 either way.
Oh, okay.
You
all right,
can't
then
see
yeah,
it. But do you have dark vision though?
I do not.
No. So yeah, you wouldn't have been able to see beyond a certain
You
radius.
wouldn't see
right?
anything.
Yeah.
Have you been in a dark cell with the
You're
light
essentially
on?
blind down there. Yeah.
All right.
Well, all right. Well, as soon as I get down there, I want telepathically, I'll harry one of them, and I'm hurling a firebolt right at it.
Okay. So are you descending the rope first then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you descend, you see that the ceiling is covered in stalactites. I got it. And as you descend, you can hear like the dripping of water throughout this cavern, and the distant echo of these droplets of water kind of falling, creating this sort of eerie sort of sound. As you descend, you don't have line of sight to where they are just yet. You'd have to kind of go around a curve in the tunnel. But as you descend, do you have what light source do you have? Do you have a light source?
I just have dark vision.
Okay, so yeah, so you won't be able to see beyond like the 60 feet, which kind of like around the tunnel it kind of curves and you don't really see beyond that.
Okay,
So
all right.
you've descended. Yeah,
But we
Yeah,
know
I'm descending,
we know
that's
that
it.
something's down there because Owlie flew down there.
yeah,
But
exactly.
Do we know that when we get down there, we have some coverage when we get to the bottom without the creatures seeing us, or no? Was it conveyed that as soon as we get down there, these creatures who might have dark vision can see us, and we can't see them without light? Do we know?
No, they're around a curve. Like there's a short tunnel and then around the curve, so
Okay.
there's no immediate line of sight that either of you have to each other.
Got it. Okay. Then what I would do is, because I do not have, Valfire doesn't have dark vision, I would draw out my my scimitar enough just so like a portion of it is shining to give some night light to the area, and drop down into the hole.
Okay, I'll say the 5-foot radius around you is illuminated, so
Yeah.
you can kind of see your immediate
'Cause it's like
vicinity.
a faint blue. Yeah, enough to see.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine not wanting to be able to see when we landed.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So as Roar descends and then Valfire following, creating a little bit of a beacon in the darkness here, you see in this cavern filled with stalagmites and stalactites, this natural cavern seems to have been worn through with a rush of water over who knows how many years at this point, as the walls are relatively smooth, and you can see like around the bend the makings of like this giant cavern that seems to just kind of open up in the space below the surface of the broken waste. You know the land to be filled with all kinds of cracks and crevices here, so it's not entirely unexpected to see another massive underground canyon essentially.
I'll say to the group quietly, or telepathically to each of them, I'll say, well, 3 of us are blind in the dark. Do we just full rage this and light torches and go in there, or do we try to be stealthy about it? How do you guys approach it?
Let me take the first shot, and then I think light up some torches.
Do you mean the first shot at walking up there, or actually shooting something? I don't follow.
Actually shooting something.
Okay.
I'll try and convey where owls let me know where they are.
Okay, we can do, if you like, we can put our hands on your back or your belt buckles and follow you until we get to the point where we need. And I can pull out my scimitar when you light it up to bright stuff up.
Sounds
If
good.
necessary.
Let's
But
do
if
it.
they're outside of 30 feet or 60 feet, we won't be able to see them. For those of us without dark vision.
I have this feeling that they're going to come right for us. Did you see that one that ran by me and you and Lucius to get over to Smiles there? They're kind of single-minded, yeah?
Yeah, man, I can totally carry a torch and like land it near him if we needed to. You know what I'm saying? For a little light.
Let's just light up torches now then. Do you think?
Sure.
All right, we'll let you go first.
Okay.
Let us know if you don't die. Go.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. So you guys descend.
Or maybe we'll do is we'll grab each other's belts. I'll say, all right, let's sheath it. We'll go as quiet as possible.
Okay.
And I think the order would be Rory, then
Lucius.
God, I want to say Winston, but Lucius,
I know, yeah.
and then me, and then Smiles, all grabbing each other's belts or
Yep.
cloaks as we follow, and try not to trip on any
Up,
stones.
up, 2, 3, 4 to get up. 2, 3.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Okay.
Smiles is going to be kind of crawling at the back, trying to act like one of these creatures as best you can.
Okay.
But does that Valfire say, Smiles, do you have dark vision because you change into these creatures? Does your vision change?
Just in my hopes and dreams. You know, I keep hoping for it, but nope, it's still dark down here.
Well, in the future, I can prepare a spell that might grant dark vision. I'll keep it in mind for next time.
You are just full of ideas. Such a sharp guy.
Yeah, the moon grants many powers, such as nature.
All right. So Hror, as you're moving towards, with Valfire and Lucius and Smiles in tow, as you all are moving towards the tunnel leading out of this small chamber, are you moving stealthily?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
All right.
half
So everybody
speed.
go ahead. Everybody go ahead and make a stealth check for me. I'll make this a group stealth check.
12.
10.
23. I'm hovering just over them. So I'm
Okay,
not
well, I
on the ground.
critical failed, but I'm very lucky. So as I was about to trip, I eight.
Okay. All right. So the
As you're about to
average.
trip,
sorry.
you tripped.
So we got a 10, an 8, an 8, a 10, a
12, and a
12,
21.
and a 21.
23.
23. Okay.
23, okay.
This is like a Three Stooges episode when they're like,
Yeah.
ow, boom,
So
hey, stop too quick,
Valfire-
boom.
Yeah, so
We add 'em all
Valfire, you
together?
accidentally bump into Lucius. Lucius kind of like knocks a wing into Hror. There's a there's a kerfuffle in the back as Smiles like trips over Valfire. It's kind of like it's very comical. But you manage to maintain some level of stealthiness as you enter this area.
Well, I wonder if what's his name, Smiles could make the sounds of these creatures, to help cover up some of the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's happening out loud, so it's clearly not doing the job it was intended to do. But as you approach like the stalactite-ridden entrance to this larger chamber, you can see two of these small creatures huddling around the base of this large bridge that extends over this relatively large chasm, and just kind of yawning into blackness.
Oh, all
They
right.
seem to have paid no notice of you.
Sending Owl to harry one of them so I can get advantage as I firebolt one of them.
Okay. Owl turns to you and says, "Shall do as you ask. Once more, Hror. Into the breach, dear friend, I go."
And I can see nothing behind the gigantic bird person and his wings. And I keep whispering to Lucius, "What's happening? What's going on? I can't. Your wings are blocking everything. I can't see.
Bro.
It's blacker than."
Bro, I can't see, bro. Bro, I can't see, so I don't know.
So as
Just
Owl
keep me
flies
posted.
out and starts to harry one of the creatures, Hror, go ahead and make an attack roll. You can have advantage on it because they didn't know you were coming, and
Love-
advantage from the help action.
Just a second. We're gonna go ahead and yep. All right. So advantage. Really, really happy about that. It is 2 2s. 2 2s. 7. So I shoot a firebolt for a 7 to attack. A 7.
Okay.
Hey,
7 to
Rory,
attack.
do
Yeah.
you still have an inspiration die?
No, last 10 minutes it's done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
All right.
right, we went through that. That's
So as you hurl the firebolt into the darkness,
I
the
got this.
flames- the flames. I got this, you guys. The flames splatter against the side of the stone bridge, right over the head of one of the creatures as it was kind of like scratching at the ground, kind of clawing at some kind of the remains of
just
some
ducks.
creature. It kind of like looks up and is like, and now we're gonna roll for initiative.
They're over there.
And at that moment, I would have yanked. As soon as I saw the flames, I would have pulled out my my scimitar to give light.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
basically, 15-foot radius of bright light and 15 up to 30 feet of dim light. So,
Son
Okay.
of a biscuit. I rolled a natural one.
All right,
Six.
Hellfire, what do you got?
oh, sorry. It's more worried
Oh.
about-
And Lucius, what do you got?
7.
7 for Lucius.
Let's go.
That's with a +5.
Oh my
but-
god, my rolls have been horrific.
7 for Hellfire.
4
All
plus
right.
3,
How many?
7. 4
Oh,
plus
7.
3.
All right. So
Smiles, what'd you have? Oh, an owl got a dirty 20, by the way, for initiative.
11 for Smiles.
This is this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
my most dexterous character I've ever built, and I'm rolling horrible for initiative.
Yeah,
Let's
this
go
is
with it.
crazy.
sorry, what did you say? Owl had 11?
20.
20. Okay. All right. It is Owl's turn actually, and let me set the scene here for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is
In this.
what's the
Look at this.
distance?
Making battle maps on the fly.
Oh no, this was planned. This
Oh,
was
yeah.
planned.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
He's like, give me a note with a YN, so I can. Watching you try to set this up, Raj, is pretty good.
This kind of.
Is this your iPhone? Is this your iPhone?
No, it's another webcam thing.
No.
Another webcam.
Works.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's the worst part of it? The cord just keeps flexing back after you aim it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
We can see it.
Well, we got a
All right,
general
so I need a
picture.
second here.
Why don't you move? Why don't you set the camera and then just move the board a little bit instead? Work
could
harder,
do
not
that.
smarter. You see what I'm saying? Because you can pull it closer to you if you needed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So, what you see are these two creatures here, sort of milling about. We'll say one is here, one is standing on the steps to the bridge over here.
Mm-hmm.
And as you hurl a firebolt, we'll say at this one up here at the top, the flames shoot out for a moment and illuminate the cavern in a bright orangey glare before everyone is alerted, and it is Owl's turn. So Owl will go
So it's
first.
Gonna go Harry, probably the guy up top. Render help.
Okay. Hey, good idea on moving the map. All right.
Okay.
So Owl will go. Oh, we have an owl right here. So Owl is going to go ahead and harry this creature over here
Indeed.
and attempt to fly by, and will end up going ahead and rendering help. It is Sterling Miles. Your turn is next.
Smiles is the name, and Vicious Mockery is my game. And so I will viciously mock the other creature that has not had help yet rendered. I will yell
Okay.
out, "You don't even whisper out loud."
Okay. So it's going to make a saving
Wisdom
throw.
save.
Wisdom saving throw. All right. So that is a 19 is what it rolls. So I believe it saves against your vicious mockery.
It absolutely does save. And then do I get to?
Nope, nothing.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Um, That was Sterling Mile. Actually, I will say that you couldn't even see it because you weren't in the doorway. You're like way back here. So there was no chance for you to actually cast Vicious Mockery. So I'll let you do something else if you want, like to try to get up there or something.
Well, so I'll move up and over to the. Actually, so that door is not open.
It's not a door. It's just like sort of a narrow cavern, like cave entrance here, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Move.
So
Roar, so you
I'll
can see it.
move, behind Rory. Still.
Okay. Okay. You're behind Rory.
And
Kind of
and
adjacent
there
to
I
the
would
top.
I would have been able to see that creature to viciously mock.
Yeah, then you would have been able to see from there. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. Cool. And then bonus action, I'm going to who would be best to bardically inspire you guys?
You got to
That's
decide.
you.
You got to decide.
All right, I will bardically inspire. We're gonna go with Rory this time, and I'll
Okay.
say, we shouldn't call you Bugbear. We should call you Care Bear. And inspire you.
All right. Very good.
Do the
All
Care
right.
Bear
You
stare.
are bardically inspired. Lucius, it's your turn, and then Belfire's next.
Okay. Which one's closest to an edge?
This one here at the end is closest to the edge.
How far off is the edge?
It would be 5 and then 10 feet over.
I'm going to. I think I'm going to try to. I want to push and shove him off the edge.
Okay.
So I think that's 2 separate actions, Raj.
Well, you should use your telepathic. Shove.
Yeah, but it's only 5 feet, and I need to push him 10 feet. So
Okay.
like, what is the D&D equivalent of like a shove or like a shoulder?
Yeah.
Shoulder
So you
check.
want to make a shove attack essentially, which basically you'll make opposed athletics checks, and then you can kind of push the creature 1 square and move into the creature's square that it previously occupied.
Yeah.
You make
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna do
strength
this flying
athletics
at him.
check
Basically just
contested to
shoulder
the.
him.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet will get you right next to the creature.
Okay. Shove him with a opposed athletics check, you said?
Yes. So go ahead and make an athletics check.
The creature can technically use athletics or
21.
acrobatics. It's up to you.
Yeah.
21.
21's pretty good though.
21 beats. I roll a 2 on the die, so you win.
Okay,
Mm.
and then I'm going to shove him telepathically with my wings, so it's like,
DC
Okay.
13,
So
right?
yeah.
He moves
He's-
over 5 feet, and then you move over into his square, and now you're going to use your bonus action to telepathically shove, right? All right. So
Yeah.
he's going to make a what is it? A saving throw here?
13
Strength?
DC strength.
Strength saving throw, and that is a that is a 1 on the die, and so this creature. You can hear the aura of shrieks in your mind as you start to approach it and get within its radius. As it starts chipping away at your mental resolve, you kind of shove it with your shoulder, and then like flap your wings with a huge gust, and the creature.
And what do you say? What does Lucius say?
He just like turns, kind of starts
How
hovering up.
about dude? No, I don't.
And then he just like, next man, come on.
Mark
Alright,
it
the
0,
creature goes-
Donnie. Mark it 0.
So he will
This
be
aggression will
hovering.
not stand.
he will be hovering over, like back up and over the chasm, so that someone can't get underneath him.
Okay.
And
All
he's
right,
like,
so
he's like,
over.
that move really brings the room together.
All right, very good. All right, Valfire, it is your turn, and then Roar is next.
All right, I'll dash under Roar's legs, and then
To be clear, Raj, I also threw the torch I was carrying down on the ground. Right
You
where I was.
threw the torch. Okay, so we'll say the torch is like over in this square over here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll dash under his legs and then get into the room and then cast Thorn Whip and try to pull the creature 10 feet closer.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Advantage.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Tom.
Ah, yes, because of help action. Very good.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Yeah,
21.
21 hits. That hits.
All right, and so just 3 points. So I'll just throw out my Thorn Whip and just yank him 10 feet towards us.
Okay.
Tiny halflings just whipping people around.
All right, so the creature falls down, basically, like kind of boom, 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 like tumbles to the bottom of the stone stairs, rights itself right in front of you, essentially, and is preparing to kind of lash out at you. But it is Roar's turn.
How close to us? Sorry, I'm just gonna get up right next to him.
Sure, you can do that. I'm going to say you're going to have to squeeze through here, so that's 5, 10, but you can make it there with 15 feet of movement, no problem.
Love it. Green flame blade attack. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
would have tried to move out of the way of the doorway if possible. So whatever that, I wouldn't have wanted to block the entranceway.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You're not blocking it where you're standing. You can move, still be adjacent to the creature, and move out of the way if you want over here.
Okay. All right.
Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Cool.
As you kind of
You were
squeeze your way
inspired,
through
Rory.
Oh, I was
As you-
inspired. I was inspired. Sorry.
you gotta use it before I tell you.
All right,
whether
fine.
it
But
was
he
success
knew
or
that
not.
it didn't hit. He forgot.
I
that he
knew
was
it didn't
inspired.
hit. I was being sarcastic. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. I gotta be a little stricter with you guys on the rules. You take a lot of advantage of these miscues. All right.
Did you say?
So,
Did you say take advantage? Did you say roll with advantage on the next roll?
yes, that's exactly what I said. I said
Uh-huh.
for you disadvantage on all your rolls for the rest
Sure.
of the campaign.
Sure.
All
All right. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. I say, yeah, as you're kind of squeezing through the tunnel, you kind of like burst out and take a wild swing with your blade, which the creature like very ably ducks. And it is its turn now.
Roll for
and
2.
The aura of shrieks penetrating your mind is well, let's see what happens. It's going to try to bite you, Fror. Let's see what happens here. That is a that was going to be 20, but it ends up being a 6 to hit as the die just rolls over to the edge.
Does not hit.
6 does not hit. All right, the creature tries to jump on you onto your furry back and starts like gnawing at your back, but you shrug it off and it like falls down to the ground. It's like it starts slavering at the ground. At the top of the round, it is Owl's turn once more.
Render help.
Okay. Rendering help, so it is going to swoop in with a flyby attack. Render help, and we'll say it ends up here at the top of the bridge. And the next attack will have advantage against that creature. And next up is a creature that looks like it is made of nightmares.
Oh God.
This gray-skinned, gaunt creature standing probably about 6 feet tall, but hunched over, so not quite at its full height. In this dark gray cloak, whips out 2 blades, long wicked blades at the end of its arms, and then you can see articulating from the elbows 2 more forearms, so 4 arms total sticking out of this creature that looks like it has
General
its gray
Grievous?
skin kind of stretched over its face and this giant like bone-like skeletal maw kind of sticking out of it. And this creature clambers underneath the bridge and reaches out to attack Lucius as he is hovering under there, and it kind of reaches down to grab at him. And so you see
Wait, I'm under the bridge?
Well,
he was under the bridge and kind of snuck out from the shadows and is now like basically hanging on with these ape-like feet and like lashing out at you with
I
all
see.
4 arms.
I see.
All right, this creature is going to attack you with 2 of its blades. So that is a.
Why
no,
don't you
know
give
what
him a
it's gonna
hug, Lucius?
do?
Oh,
Yeah, it's going to attack you with 2 of its blades. First attack.
why don't
with
you
an
just
18
give
to
him
hit.
a hug, Lucius? Tell him you love him. You know, while you're there.
18 to hit on the first attack.
18 is my armor class, so yeah.
All right, so
Meets.
that is 5 points of damage, slashing damage, with an additional 7 points from the sort of surprise attack that it makes against you. The second attack, which is not a surprise attack, is a 16 to hit. So you
Misses.
manage to recover and kind of like, flap your wings and kind of dodge out of the way just in time for the second attack to slash right above or right where your body was. And it is Smiles, your turn. Lucius going next.
Okay, so Smiles is going to step up into the doorway so that I have a view of the creature that I just heard. I heard some commotion over in Lucius's direction, so I want to get a view of that.
Okay.
And then I will see this really nightmarish creature, and I'll yell out to the creature, so what was it like to go to prom alone?
All right, you are viciously mocking it, supposedly.
I am.
All right, that is a 16 on its wisdom saving throw.
Son of a. All right, and then as a bonus action, I will bardically inspire Lucius, and because Lucius said you don't have one, right?
No. Is that a
Okay,
D6
and I
or
will say-
D4?
I will say,
6.
Lucius, your feathers shimmer so beautifully in the darkness and light down here.
All right, so Lucius, you
You
are
have no
bardically
idea.
inspired, and it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to use my quarterstaff to attack this hideous monster.
Okay,
Wait, Bardic Inspiration is optional, right?
Yes.
Okay.
you can decide
Uh,
after you roll. Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna-
can also use your the bardic inspiration to add to damage on if you want on a damage roll.
Oh,
Can
I don't
you?
think that's true.
Magical inspiration. If a creature has a bardic inspiration die from you and casts a spell, a spell that restores hit points. Oh, so it's
Oh.
only for spells.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
All right, and that will do 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Okay.
And since I have been so hurt by this guy, I'm going to use my key point to do Step of the Wind, which allows me to disengage or dash as a bonus action on your turn. And it says jump the distance, but it is just fly away.
Sure. All right.
So-
Where are you going?
Away from him.
Okay.
Far
You
back
over
as
here?
I can and as high as I can so he can't like climb something to get me because I can see
Yeah.
he's
So
a
we'll
climber.
say. So the ceiling, the cavern is like a good 50, 60 feet high. So we'll say that you can just fly straight up to the ceiling at the edge of the wall over there. Oops. Fell down.
Yeah. I am after that one round of attack I'm already bloodied.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right, and that was Lucius's turn. Valfire, it is your turn, and then Aurora's up.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll look at this creature that showed up, and I will say, I don't think you should go anywhere. And I'll speak the words of magic, and I'll cast Entangle all around him to try to lock him down.
Okay. So is it a dexterity saving throw for it?
No, it's a strength saving throw, DC 14.
AC 14 strength saving throw. All right.
So vines
That
and
is
everything.
that was a 14 on the die, -1 to strength, makes it a 13, so it
Yeah.
Let's go!
failed. All right, so it is
Lock
entangled.
down.
So what is it's restrained? Is that it, or is it?
Yeah.
It's
Restrained.
yeah, so a spell says grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. A creature in the area when you cast a spell must entangled. Yeah.
Do I
Yeah,
need to
they're
make a
restrained.
strength saving throw too?
No, I'm attacking the creature that was
Oh,
Cast
over there.
against creature that
Right,
was
cool,
fighting.
cool. Okay, cool.
on the
Well,
bridge.
it is a 20-foot square, right? So actually, 5, 10.
Point of order.
15. No, actually, no. It's basically just the bridge.
Cool.
Yeah, I figured it was just the bridge.
It's just the bridge. Yeah. So you're good. Yeah, you're good. All right. All right. Yeah. So the whole bridge just becomes enmeshed in this mass of writhing vines that suddenly snake out of nowhere, bursting out of the rock, and reach out from below and grab
play.
this creature by the feet. It's sort of like prehensile feet, and you can see it like start to like twist and turn in agony as it's trying to like wrench itself free. Very good.
And then,
go ahead,
well, just that as a bonus action, I'll grab my pouch and grab some jerky. This time it's like a long fang tooth and I'll take a bite of this different brownish jerky, and I'll turn into a direwolf.
Okay, good. That's the one I have next to me. All right. So as you slowly or rapidly start to mutate, make a do me a favor. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, Valfire. As you turn into a wolf, there is something primal that strikes out at you from within, rather, not from without. Something that starts to there's a calling from within that starts to resonate within you.
21.
Okay. You turn into a dire wolf, and for a moment, you lose control of your senses. For a moment, you feel as though you are the primal wolf, and your calling is to go out and just wreak havoc and shed blood. But you manage to stave it off and suppress that urge.
And I imagine like a long, drawn out howl, like that almost sounds out of control, but then settles back down.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So this massive dire wolf, it just appears before this creature. And Haror, it is your turn.
All right. Creature in front of me. I'll run my hand along my blade and go in for a green flame blade attack.
All right.
Please don't be a 2. I've rolled 3 2s in a row. Oh, good. That's an 18. Sorry, 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
17 will hit. Thank you. That is D8 plus 5. It's cocked. Ooh. That is 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. All right. So you drive your blade into the gut of this creature and wrench it free. It staggers backwards, kind of clutching at its chest in the wound, but it's still standing.
Okay.
And will attempt to jump on you and try to bite you.
Okay. I took a piece of fire damage came back at me from that, by the way.
Okay.
And
that is a 17 to hit.
That does not hit because I still have mage armor up, which makes it 18.
There you go. All right. So as it attempts to bite on you, you manage to whack it aside with your rapier. The creature goes spinning and flying into the stone earth, and kind of like stands up and stares at you with his littlest eyes, and stands up again and attempts to pursue the attack. Top of the round, it is Owl's turn.
Owl will render help on the guy I'm fighting right now. He's gonna come protect me. Yeah.
Okay. Owl does a flyby, renders help, and flies back to where it was. We'll say that Owl was avoiding the massive vines. And
I was gonna say. Yeah.
All right, cool. Rendering help, and the nightmarish creature at the bottom of the bridge. It can try to make a check
Strength
to get
save.
unrestrained. Right?
Yep.
Strength
At
check.
the end of its turn. Yep.
Okay, at the end of its turn.
Ooh.
Let's see then.
Let me double check that. Can
Can it also
That
try to
sounds
make
right.
dexterity, or does it have to be?
No, it just has to take it. It can use its action to make a strength check. So technically, it can do it at any time. It'd have to be a strength check though.
Okay, got it. It has to be strength. All right, so it will attempt to wrench itself free.
That's
and
an
this
action.
Is a nope. That's a 2. That's not going to work. So it is still stuck there.
The vines just keep he pulls some off and just keeps lashing down.
Yeah. More of like it slashes through a few of them, but then more of them start wrapping around its arms and like dragging it, like basically pinning it to the underside of the bridge. And let's see, that was its action. Bonus action. It's going to. Interesting. It's going to let itself get enveloped by the vines, and in the dark underside of this bridge. I'm gonna say, yeah, you all lose sight of it, as it is hiding in the shadows and cannot be seen from where you are.
I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. Not a fan of that.
All right, it is now Smiles' turn, and Lucius is next.
So Smiles is gonna flash a smile over at the one enemy we can see, and I'm gonna say, none of your brothers or sisters liked you at all, and viciously mock that.
All right, let's see
It's
if
too
that
deep.
works.
It's too deep.
That is that's an 11 on the saving throw, which I think fails.
That does fail.
All right,
So
it
he'll
is
have disadvantage on his next attack, but he's also going to take 4 emotional damage.
Oh, the emotional damage is what does it in as this creature starts to wail and weep uncontrollably. With the insult that you've laid upon it, its morale just completely crushed, and it falls to the ground. Just it's not dead; it's just crying uncontrollably through these lidless eyes, and it is just basically out of the fight for
But
the
it
rest
dehydrates
of
itself to death, right? With tears.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That was Smiles' turn. Lucius, you're up.
Oh wait, no, bonus action.
Oh, yeah.
Action. I turn to Lucius and I say,
You
gosh,
cannot
what do I
see
say?
Lucius from where you are. He's
Oh, I
over on the
can't.
outside of the cavern. Yeah.
I can't.
You're here.
Can I step in enough so I can?
He has
see
it.
him?
He already has inspiration, doesn't he?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something else.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You can step in. If you want to try to find him. Actually, you don't have dark vision, and there's no light source over there, so you can't really see him at all.
I'm basically flying in the dark.
Yeah, he's invisible.
I don't think I need to be able to see him. I think he just needs to be able to hear me.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh no, that I can see. I need to be able to see him.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
In fact, I don't think he needs to be able to hear me. Okay, so on my turn there. That's fine.
All right, Valfire, you're up, and then Roar.
Wait, I thought it was my turn.
Oh, sorry, Lucius. Yeah, Lucius,
Yeah.
and then Valfire. Yeah.
Well, Lucius is gonna fly back to the party.
Okay. You, by the light of the torchlight that you left on the ground.
Yeah, I'll
you
pick
can
up the
make your way
torch.
back there. Okay,
I'll pick up the torch, and I'm gonna do a perception check around the room to see, like, kind of like with the torch, like see if I can see this creature that damaged me.
Okay. Go ahead and make perception, but with disadvantage.
Oof.
One point of order, which I meant to say, was that I would have dropped my scimitar as a free action to keep the light going where it was before I turned into
sure.
a wolf.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Perception rolls 9.
9. You have no idea where the creature is. You can't see him. You saw him get kind of enveloped by the vines under the bridge, but your light doesn't reach that far, and it's kind of hard to see where it is right now. All right, so that was
Okay.
your action.
Yeah, I'm basically just like on guard. Yeah. Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, you can
no,
you can hold your action to do something.
Yeah, I'm just
He,
gonna.
he took his action to make the perception check. You have you can do patient defense with your key with the key point if you'd like.
No.
Okay. All right, Roar, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take a peek over to where that bridge was, and I was just gonna shoot a firebolt over there.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage as you're firing sort of blindly in that general direction.
Cool, natural 1.
Natural. The let's see. Roll a d8 for me.
Love to. D8.
This is my.
It's a 5.
You're gonna burn some
5.
feathers.
5.
You're gonna burn some of my feathers, aren't you?
The bolt sails just over Lucius's head and hits a stalagmite, a stalactite hanging from the bottom of the bridge here, and loosens it, and it just falls down into the cavern, cracking into 100 pieces and just like falling. You never hear the stone hit the ground. And it is Owl's turn.
Oh no, I think I needed to go.
Oh, sorry, Valfire.
Yep.
Did I
right.
skip you?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. It's
Sorry.
fine.
Valfire.
No, it's no worries. So I'll just bound onto the bridge, which I know turns into difficult terrain at some point.
Yeah, well, I'll say that you have to, it'll be half speed because it's sort of narrow up here for you. So
Oh,
we'll say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40-ish is about, how far can you go? 50?
I can go 50. So, but the where that, unless it depends if the up top of the bridge is considered difficult terrain because of the that entanglement spell.
Oh, that's right. Are you, I don't know, are you immune to it, your own entangle?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. I think it turns
Then,
all that to difficult terrain. Is my understanding.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15. So I'll say 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 over here is how far you can get, essentially.
Yeah. And then yeah, I wouldn't go more than that because I think the light from the thing. So I will just stand there and hold my action to see if anything shows up, and I would try to bite
Okay.
it.
All right. Good. And that was Valfire's turn. Oh yeah, going backwards. So now it's Owl's turn at the top of the round.
He's gonna go look around for the guy. He's gonna perception check and try and point him out.
Okay, make a perception check with disadvantage.
All right, it's gonna be straight roll because he has advantage on sight based. Oh,
Okay.
cool. It's a 7.
7. He flies into a
not
massive
great.
vine hanging under the bridge, just kind of gets blinded. Roar! Don't go under there! Oh, most distasteful.
All right, thanks, bud.
All right, and it is. Let's see, this creature's turn. Oh, interesting. What was the DC on?
14.
14. Okay.
14.
All right. And I will say that Valfire, your ready action goes off as the creature, on all 4 of its arms, kind of moving like a spider, slithers up the backside of the bridge here, and moves in to attack you.
Okay.
So I'll. Oops. No. So I'll say your ready goes off.
Okay. All right. I don't think I set up attacks for this. Let me just see. PPVP plus 5 to that. 13 to hit.
13 does not hit, unfortunately. The creature rather deftly dodges out of the way, kind of standing on its arms and looping its body over as you try to bite in the space where its lower torso was, or lower half of its body was, and then it kind of like rights itself, and then lashes out to attack. It's going to take a flurry of claws attack against you and make 6 claw attacks against your direwolf form. The first one is a 11 to hit.
Misses.
The second one is a 22.
That hits.
You take 7 points of damage from that strike.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? The first one has advantage on it because it was a surprise. So I'll say that was the second. That was the advantage roll, which hit.
Okay.
So taking an additional 11 points of damage on top of that, of psychic damage on top of that. And so this is the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural 1, so that'll miss. Third attack is a natural 2, so that will miss. Fourth attack is a 14 to hit.
14 is my armor class.
Okay, so that is 5 points of damage, slashing damage.
Yeah.
And then the last attack is a 25 to hit.
Okay.
And you take 7 more points of slashing damage as this creature clambers on top, dodges your bite, and then goes into this flurry of slashing attacks with these short knives that it's holding in each of its hands. And then it is going to attempt to step away from you and not take an opportunity attack, which it wouldn't anyway because you've already used your reaction to.
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then it's going to move back behind the bridge.
It's all difficult terrain, so I don't know how much it has for movement, but it would be difficult terrain.
Oh, good point. Yeah, so that would have been 5, 10, 15. Yeah, so it actually only moves like down the steps. We'll say it's climbing on the side of the steps over here.
Make concentration checks, by the way.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was 3 hits. Let's go 1, 2. Oh, I failed. Yeah.
So there's 1 fail, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Entanglement drops.
Okay, so the entangled is gone. But it would have used most of its move to go through there anyway to get to you. So, all right, it is Miles' turn, and then Lucius is next.
All right, so I can see the creature.
You from where you are, yes, you can see it.
right,
you're going to have
fantastic.
disadvantage against any attacks against it though because it's outside of the light radius.
I
Actually,
okay, so but
no, sorry, you cannot see it. because it is outside the radius of the light.
Got
Oh no, wait,
it.
sorry.
Okay,
Is it 30 feet dim light? It's 15 feet bright and then
It's
15 dim?
Yeah, so it's 15 from the sword, 15 feet bright light, and then another 15 dim light.
Got it.
He's
Okay,
not-
so
he might have disadvantage.
it's disadvantage on any attacks or anything like that. It's in dim light, so you can see it, but it's rather indistinct.
Okay, but it's a saving throw, so there's no disadvantage to be had.
Okay.
Right.
Then you're good. Yeah.
So I yell out at the creature and I say, "That's an unnatural number of arms and limbs."
All right. Another vicious mockery.
I'm always waiting for the shoe to drop. It just stays here.
We gotta work. We
That
gotta workshop that. We gotta workshop those lines.
No,
Ask Shalini for her list.
I like how they're awkward.
Yeah.
So that was an 18 on the die, so that will not affect the creature. It seems to be ignoring your petty insults.
All right, I turn to Lucius now at a bonus action because I can see him, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, "Hey Lucius, remember that time that we were having wine? I just thought maybe you could soak this cork so that you might find relief." And I give him those healing words.
Yes.
And I heal. Let's see, 10 points of hit points.
Wow.
All right.
Good roll. Good roll.
Very good. All right. And Lucius, with that, you feel invigorated, and it is your turn. Valfire is next.
And soak that cork really good, Lucius.
Sorry, some maths went wrong here. It got me to full. It should be at full. Okay. What's the position of the nightmare monster?
So he is basically kind of hanging on the side of the stairs here, just sort of like hover, like hanging on the side, like he has a climb speed basically.
Yeah, is he close to the edge? Is he living on the edge?
He is about 5'10". He's 15 feet in the air and about 10 feet back away from the edge.
Okay, I'm gonna fly in.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
That is that is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right, and that is 7 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a key point to do flurry of blows.
Oh, the first flurry of blows.
Flurry of
flurry of
blows.
blows.
Actually, is this the second one? This is the second one.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's the second one. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
First one for today.
I rolled a 14. I think I'm going to use my inspiration. Yep, good call. 20 to hit
That hits.
for another 8 damage.
Another 8. All
Flurry
right.
of blows gives you two
Yeah,
attacks.
you
right?
get another attack on top of that. Yeah.
Oh.
2 hand attacks. Imagine you staff and then you pop pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a third attack then?
Yeah, this
Yep.
is the third attack you get to make. Yeah.
All right, and that's a 20.
Unarmed, right?
Yeah, all unarmed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the damage correctly.
Yeah.
That is a 22 to hit,
That hits.
and it is another 6 damage.
6 more points of damage. All right. So, Lucius, the only person having wounded this creature at all, just flies forward, pops it with its staff, another 2 quick strikes with his talons, and the creature is pretty close to bloodied at this point, but still has a lot of life left in it. All right, that was your action and bonus action.
Yeah,
Is that it?
I don't have anything else, and I'm not going to try to get away from this guy.
All right, Valfire, you're up, and Roar's next.
Okay, great. I will advance on the creature. With pack tactics, my wolf, although very bloodied and doesn't have much left, will attack it with advantage because of pack tactics.
Yeah,
With a bite.
go for it.
Sweet. All right, 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Awesome. And then and this would be 2d6 plus 3. All right.
This music
so
is
It's some-
funky.
yeah.
All right, 9 points of damage.
Plus it's 12. 12 piercing damage. If targets a creature must succeed a DC 13 saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. DC 13 Dex,
No strength.
Strength. That is a 13 on the dot, so it succeeds.
Oh boy. Okay. My wolf just like. "Arr, arr, arr."
Yeah, you're grabbing at its ankle, kind of tearing it, trying to like wrench it free from its like its position that it's holding along the wall, but it pulls its leg free. But with that, it was very badly wounded, and is more than bloodied now. It is
Okay.
quite on the edge here. You can see like this black ichor kind of spilling out of the wounds that you created, and it is Roar's turn.
I can make it there to hit it with my sword.
You can. You know what? I'll say at the bottom of the bridge here, you still have the reach to kind of get to it, so you can like
Cool.
move.
Yeah, long reach.
Underneath and then still attack it.
Love it. All right. Great. Regular attack. Hey guys, leave some for me here. Ooh, I'm gonna use that inspiration die. All right, 12 plus. Yeah, lovely. A 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Oh, thank you for the inspiration. Smiles. And since I absorbed some fire damage last time, I get to add a d6 of fire as well.
Yeah.
It's so cocked. All right, that is 2 plus 5, 7 points. 10 points of damage, 3 of which is fire.
Okay.
And I will bonus action stab with a dagger.
Go for it.
Offhand.
Ooh,
Yeah, the
okay.
secondary. Love it. And 23 to hit.
23 hits. Yeah.
2 plus 7 points of damage with the dagger.
7 points of damage with the dagger. All right. The creature is not looking good. It's barely holding on. You can see it like clambering against the
still
rock as
alive.
it's kind of losing its balance, and then like kind of holding on for dear life with just one of its clawed hands. And at the top of the round is Owl.
Harry that thing. Help action. Great.
Owl sweeps in, harries the creature with a flyby, swoops away. It is the creature's turn. It is going to lash out at the wolf that's been dealing so much damage to it. 2 claw attacks coming at Valfire. The first one is a 23 to
Oh yeah, that hits.
that hits for 7 points of slashing damage, and
All right.
another claw attack for 24 to hit this time.
All right, so yeah, so the first hit knocks me out of wild shape back to my small halfling form, and then the second hit, 24, yeah, hits my actual form.
Okay, so that's another 7 points of slashing damage to you, and the creature is going to it's gonna stand its it's gonna try to flee actually. And so it will clamber along the side of the bridge here. So actually, Valfire, Lucius, and Roar, you all get opportunity attacks to try to flee.
I would love to.
I rolled a 9.
I've got nothing in my hand, so I can't attack.
Okay, so it's just Roar basically.
18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Roll high.
Let's go.
10 points of damage.
Nice.
10 points of damage. It is barely clinging
Come
to life.
on!
It is barely clinging to life as it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet over here at the end of the bridge. And you can see it's desperately sort of like galloping on all 6 of its limbs, trying to get away and move to the other side of the bridge there. It is Smiles, your turn.
All right, and I can see there.
You cannot. It is beyond the range of the torch or the scimitar.
Never mind. I stuck a torch in its back pocket.
Make a sleight of hand check with
I-
disadvantage. I'll say.
I mean, I was joking about that, but if you're gonna let it happen,
Hey, yeah, let's take the DM's goodwill.
so 1. That good?
Wha-
I'll
I mean,
say that
it's
you
a
tried,
6.
You tried to
It's a
slip the torch
6.
in his. You tried to slip the torch in his back pocket, and it fell into the canyon.
Oh.
And
it's a
just
natural
like
one.
tumbles out, clambers against the rocks, and just like spills over.
Oh
Now
man, that was like my best torch. My brother gave me that torch.
My lantern does not reach reach him?
What is the radius of the lantern's light?
Oh, that's a great question. I will look in my inventory and tell you.
I think it's 20 feet. I'll
Or
say
sorry, lamp. 15 foot radius, dim light, additional 30 feet.
Okay. So he's within
Additional 30
he's
feet.
within
So
the-
that's 45 feet, right?
Okay, so he's within the dim light. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can
So
see him.
I can see him. So I yell out to him, not so fast. Someday you'll go far, and I really hope you stay there.
All right, another wisdom saving throw. He's been pretty good at these so far. That's an 11, so he'll fail.
Oh.
Please mock him to death. Please mock him to death.
Oh, it's a 3! It's a 3!
How do you want to do this?
Hey!
All right.
The
So
worst possible way to kill somebody.
as I see that my insult has started to get to him, I kind of pile on. I say, you're the reason that God invented the middle finger. And then I say, you probably haven't heard of this group because you don't seem like you have very many friends, but bye. And then he just, just balls to pieces. He's crying uncontrollably and ripping off his own limbs of just disgust with himself.
Yes, he just tumbles over the edge of the cliff in sheer despair as you just hurl the insults at him and psychically just render him just completely immobilized. Tumbles over the cliff, and that is it. All the creatures that you have seen are defeated. And there's a little bit more of this cavern to explore, but I think it's a good place to pause, and we will pick up again here next week.
That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Killing someone with words.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. I thought you had to
Devious.
use swords.
Devious.
I
Yeah.
could see Valfire like having a journal of the manner by which people die, like adding a new one, new chapter. Words. Did not know.
New column.
I've-
Oh my gosh.
I've
Yeah.
sat in through mass and it was horrible. I thought I would die, but I didn't. This is something else. This is something completely different.
All right, well, good job, everyone. You managed to survive the trial of the mysterious house and the cave within, and found some really strange and unusual creatures. We'll pick it up here next week and figure out what else there is to explore in this place.